What up? What up? What up? What's happening?
What's going on? What's going on, man?
What's happening? What's happening? What's happening?
Man, not much, man. My mic up.
Yeah, we hear you loud and clear,
Yeah, I can hear you.
Yeah, today is gonna be a different style. First of all, let me check in with my brothers, man. How y'all feeling? How y'all doing?
Man, we're doing good, man. Hold on, let me go turn on some lights. Hold on, I'm doing good though. Hold on.
Man, you know, it's always another Tuesday, man. So, you know, I'm always happy to see it. You feel me? How you living?
I'm not even gonna hold you, man. I'm kind of surprised with my peoples. Us as a culture acting like we don't understand. You know what I'm saying? We really act like we don't understand what's happening out here. And day by day, we as people, especially in the Black community, we decide to use excuses for our struggle, for our way of life, for our thoughts, for our generational patterns. You feel what I'm saying? We use too much excuses. And I'm here to say, man, there's no more of that. I don't want to hear no more of this BS. So the title is the Black community heading into extinction. If I'm saying it right.
Extinction.
Yeah.
Extinction. It's been the goal of the Europeans. It's been the goal of the Europeans to wipe out the Black community. Now, they needed us to carry out the mission. We're not here for flowers or, you know what I'm saying, the good times and call it everybody brothers or to unite, you know what I'm saying, with the other side. That's not what it's all about. We are here to carry out their mission. So that is to build land, build houses, carry out roads, whatever their mission is, that's what it is. They pretty much done turned labor. You feel what I'm saying? I mean, well, what can I say? Like slavery into modern day slavery. They literally just turned it in and turned it to.
You mean they turned slavery into modern day labor?
Well, modern day labor, slavery, basically.
Yeah.
Not saying that it didn't help, but it also set a trap. You feel what I'm saying? It actually it set a trap. So I'm not gonna talk too much because it's a lot to cover, but I just wanted to open up with that. What are y'all? What is y'all opinion? You know what I'm saying on that in that area?
I can agree with you when you say that the labor of today is essentially the modern day slavery. You know what I'm saying? They're just doing it at a very cost effective way. I guess that's where pay came into play. You know what I'm saying? Pay a nigga and they won't feel like he just slaving so much. But if you look at the work industry for real, shit, nigga, a lot of this shit still slave work. You know what I'm saying? So it's like, even with the incarceration of us all, they still putting in the work for little or nothing. So, I mean, I definitely, but I can't say it's all their fault. Because, I mean, we do pay into that shit way more than we should. You know what I'm saying? Like, we give them the fuel that they need to keep that fire lit. So that's where I blame us as a people, because it's like, as much as we know to help us transition away from that shit, niggas still don't want to take the steps that need to be taken to transition away from it. So, I mean, that's where I fought us as a people in that. So,
Yeah, I also feel like us as the black community, man, we need to wake up. I feel like we have been programmed to be a certain way or to be workers, and a lot of times when we send people to unawaken them or to awaken them, we get caught up in our comfortability. Well, that's brand new. I don't know nothing about that. I know about working though. I know about working. So that keeps us in that realm of slavery, if you ask me. I employ everybody to, either get their own business, get their own something. I don't care what it is. If it starts small, let it grow, whatever. But I really feel like in order for us to get ahead, in order for us to awake, we all need to have our own money coming in. We can't be dependent on them to give us these jobs, because as we all know, it's like modern day slavery. They go give us pennies. They're not even what I heard somebody say the other day. Prices and everything is rising except for our income. So if that's the case, we need to do something about it. Instead of complaining, we need to do something about it. So
I mean, well, the only way to do that, like you say, is us as a people have to create the jobs for our community. You know what I'm
yeah,
saying? But even with that, it's like, are we really gonna be willing? The people that create the jobs for the community, are they going to be willing to pay that wage that's necessary? Because I read an article today, and there's no state in the U.S. right now where you can afford a 2-bedroom apartment at minimum wage. So the average wage right now, in order for you to afford a 2-bedroom apartment in any state, your average wage have to be $32.11
mm.
to afford
Yeah,
just a 2-bedroom apartment.
just a 2-bedroom apartment.
And
Yeah.
that's in any state in the US right now. That is the average that you need to make in order to afford that 2-bedroom.
And that's why I feel like it's important for us to, as a people, to come together. So when I think about when I think about all the other ethnicities, they all band together.
Niggas,
they
but
all
niggas
they
can't
all
do
come
that.
together.
Because niggas have been programmed to your own, your own, your own, your own, your own, your own, your own. Get your own, get your own, get your own space. That's where black people have been programmed to. So they don't understand the aspect of pooling together and having multiple people in a home to allow us. You can save your bread, you can save your bread, you can save your bread, you can save your bread. And once we get to a certain point, we can now pool this money together and do other things with it to where to be enough for everybody to branch out on their own.
Mm-hmm.
So this is
But there's
this
no
is
need for
this
you to
is
branch out on your own from the beginning.
Mm-hmm.
this is one thing I was thinking about, right? As a black community, Latoya Brand is in here. I'm glad that she's in here. Um, I'm glad that she's in here because she's a part of my example. Latoya, hey, put a thumbs up if you in. I definitely want you to hear it. If you know what I'm saying, if you're in, I'm gonna say it anyway. If you're not, but if you're in, just let me know. But she's a good example of what I'm about to get ready to say, and I'm gonna use her as an example. So this is how we can build our own
She
a
say she
flip.
can hear you. She say she can hear
Okay,
you.
a flip. I set the link in the what's name in the chat. Just click the link. Click the link and you'll get in. So in the black community, right? This is how I'm starting to think about like how we can become unified and create our own community. You have something that's called Sea of Things, right? And it builds, teach natural healing, right? It cures naturally. If the black community could somehow get behind that, you feel what I'm saying? Like if we, like us three brothers right now, we come up with a bank, and I got a movement called Brothers Getting Money, and we come up with a bank, and with that money, it invests back into black businesses that we feel as though that this could make a change. Not saying that we're gonna go into like the malls and they close about $60, $70. I'm not talking about them because they tripping. You feel what I'm saying? What I'm thinking about is if you can take Latoya's brand and surround it around people that's unified, put money behind it. Now all of a sudden we're creating our own community. We don't have to go and reach other sources because we have it here. You feel what I'm saying? We have it here in the black community. And if we come together and figure out a way of doing that time after time after time after time, then we'll pretty much build our own village. You feel what I'm saying? Our own city, our own this, our own that. But
that's part of people pulling together, like having to actual pull together and become a unit. And that's the hardest thing for us to do as black people is be an actual unit.
Yep.
Niggas will be a unit on some fuck shit.
Yep. All day.
Yep. All day.
Like when it's some fuck shit ready to kick out, oh niggas are unified quick.
Quick.
Let it go be trying to go, you know what I mean, whoop some ass or something. Oh, niggas is unified.
Mm-hmm.
But when you go to talking what you talking, now niggas is thinking about self. Oh, well, shit, man, you know, my family, this woo, I gotta worry about this over here. Like niggas will individualize themselves immediately when it comes to shit that you're talking right now. Because like I said, if you think about all the black holes, all the many black households right now that are actually struggling in their houses, like they are fighting to pay rent, pay light, pay gas, pay car note, pay car insurance, keep groceries in the house, clothes, whatever else that you're looking that you have to purchase for your home, toiletries. So if you take that same token and now you take your house, my house, Jay house, and we all put it in one fucking house, think about how much money niggas can like actually channel and be able to keep amongst self if we put it all in one home versus 4 to 5 separate homes and watching each other struggle in each individual home. But it's like if we do that, we now have that money that you're saying that we could take and invest in other businesses that will help build the community. But niggas ain't gonna do that.
Yeah.
Because niggas glorify the bullshit over actually living life. How life should be lived. They talk about how they want to live the good life, but ain't nobody really ready to go through that process of making it happen.
Yeah, they live in between the wants and and what is it between the wants and needs, and I think that's what's gonna fucking people's brains up. Like right now, it's like you have $10,000 in your pocket, knowing that you can get a piece of acre of land for 12. You know what I mean? Just a little bit of money, whatever. It's 5,000. That's half your 10. Whatever. You have 5 bands. You got an extra piece of land. What they would do is they'll come home. Let's say an independent artist. One will be like, "Oh damn, I don't have studio equipment. I don't. I need some sneakers for my look. I need to pay off some debts. I need to pay my rent. I need to pay my car note. I need to pay the insurance. All of that. all of that. You
But
know,
that's what, but
but
that's what I'm saying. So,
then you want to go out to the club. You want to do the shit that makes no sense. No return on investments
but even
outside.
with that, even if you want to essentially invest in yourself, and let's say we take them same 10 bands you're referring to.
Right.
If all of us are in one collective house, you paying your side, you pay your side, you pay your side, I pay my side. You come up on the extra 10 band. You a music nigga. You can now invest in your studio equipment without
Correct.
having to debt yourself
Correct.
Right.
because you now have a home that's taken care of amongst the 4 or 5 of us.
Yeah, you created a bank. You created
Like
a whole bank.
nobody is hurting now. So think about how you take all the Asian people, nigga, they will literally start their business,
Asians.
run that business up, whatever money they take or make, that's a real profit. They're going to take a piece of that profit and give it to a family member. Here, you now start the same business that I'm running. Go start one over here. Nigga, they still in the same house though. Now you got two of the same businesses now collecting a nice amount of money, but we're all still sharing the same responsibility. Now this second business, they kick up. They profit is kicking now. They gonna take a piece of their profit. They're gonna pass that shit over to another family member. Nigga, you go open the same business somewhere else, but we're still in the same house now. So think about that. That's 3 solid businesses all bringing in profit, and we're still splitting the responsibility of a home.
That's
now
how you would
everybody
do it.
has the opportunity to save real bread to where now when it's time to branch off, ain't nobody hurting when it's time to branch off. Everybody is solidified. We can now branch off comfortably. Versus you take a nigga mindset, a nigga will expect you to go branch off and you only making $12 an hour. But they would expect you to go make it happen. Dumb as hell.
Yeah.
That's why they say the nigga mindset is the most expensive brain. It's non-used.
But it'll be the same nigga that's making $18 an hour. Nigga, they struggling. They making 18. But they looking at you making 14 and they looking at you like, damn, nigga, you can't get it done. Bitch, you make $4 more than me and you barely getting it done. Make it make sense.
But if they decided to put those two together, with that 14 and that 18 together, that's 32.
We making it happen now.
Yeah, they making that, but they don't think like that. It's always
You see
they
what
think
I'm
it's an
saying?
eye.
Now we literally making it happen.
Yeah. Yeah.
Niggas, bro.
Let me read something right quick. And it's gonna be a deep topic, and it's gonna home run this mother lover, but we're gonna have to, you know what I'm saying, dig deep into this right here. So it says European. I hope I'm saying the word right. European colonial. Okay, European colonial.
You get on my goddamn nerve, Terry. I swear to God.
European colonial efforts often promoted monogamy among Black populations as a way to exert social control, particularly in areas where polygamy was traditionally practiced.
Why did I know you was gonna slide that shit in this motherfucker?
We talking about that polygamy?
Boy, hey, nigga, you
gonna slide that in there.
Hey man.
Okay, so look, I just asked my my sister-in-law, right? I said, do you think that having a woman helping you feel what I'm saying, would be beneficial? She said, what do you mean? I said, do you think that it would be beneficial? She said, you mean as help only? I said, see, that's the problem. That's the problem. So you're not, we separating it. You know what I'm saying?
She want a
Because
slave or a maid. That's what she's saying.
Yeah, I was just about to say that's no different than a maid, you know, because if you were to say you hiring a maid, she might not have had a problem with it, but of course they got to think about all of for what reason? Because they automatically thinking sexual type shit. It's the craziest thing I wouldn't be thinking, you know. They didn't hear help when you said woman. The first thing she thought about was sexual. I guarantee it was sexual. It's something sexual nature. She didn't hear help.
Yes. So the next part is this shift was often linked to Christian missionary work, which emphasized monogamous relationship as a cornerstone of their religious and social teachings. By enforcing monogamy, colonizers aim to alter existing social structures, influence family dynamics, and ultimately gain greater control over population they sought to govern. So,
Form of population control.
Right.
the whole idea was to deunify. I know that's not a word.
You just made it up.
It's gonna be one tonight, nigga.
It's one tonight.
It's
the word tonight.
Deunify. They wanted to deunify.
Deunified is definitely a word.
Okay, I didn't know that.
Is unified. Unified is a word, right? Unified. Deunified.
I didn't know I put some shit together.
No, I'm like, these niggas out here let you lock. They're like, you got it.
So,
but go ahead, bro. Land your plane, my brother.
So, as a black person, we have to understand what the mission was. The mission was to deunify the black community because the stronger they come together, the more they come together, the stronger they are.
Oh yeah.
The more, let's think about how dominant one black man is.
Oh yeah.
Just think about it.
Yeah.
And now you capping on 2, 3, 4, and not even speaking about the man.
Well.
Think about how powerful
one educated black man.
Well, I can't say educated.
Even an uneducated
black man.
Even an uneducated black man don't know its power. He don't know his power.
He don't know it, but he holds it.
What I'm saying is this. This uneducated and educated is still in the European lifestyle. It's still in the European lifestyle way of living. So I'm street smart. I'm not book smart. You feel what I'm saying? So what is educated and what's not educated? Because nigga, when I hit 9th grade, my nigga, I flunked out of school.
Both of them is education.
I went to school. I did. I flunked out of school, nigga. I went to sleep in every damn classes. I'm just being real. I didn't even graduate from school. I'm just keeping it real. I didn't graduate. You know what I'm saying? So I was on the A&B honor roll to 8th grade.
How the fuck is that possible, nigga?
Wait,
I was on the A&B honor roll.
Wait, that you don't have a high school diploma or a GED?
No, that you went from A and B to just the next year, nigga. It was just a done data.
I'm gonna tell you
what happened to your transition, nigga. Usually, if a nigga flunking, he flunking on the way up. So he just usually just like, man, you know what? Fuck it, I'm done.
Until he realized what he was being taught was some bullshit, and he probably didn't realize that until that following year or until that next year.
No. So when I'm from the cities, 8th grade was in the cities, right? So you have teachers that's pretty much on you daily. They care about your education. So when I went to parking, the teachers knew the goddamn cousins, the mamas, the daddies, the aunties. I'm talking about like, I wasn't used to that type of system. Mm-hmm. People chilling in the room, you know what I'm saying? I'm talking about the teachers is part of the family.
Right.
When I hit 9th on up to the 12th, like it was real. I'm like, y'all can chill in school? Like y'all ain't got to do no work. Everything is open book. You know what I'm saying? So I got ADHD. So I'm pretty much going this way, that way. I'm going to sleep on because it was freelance. I didn't have that
Right.
free will in a city. So when I went to the country, you feel what I'm saying? I'm like, I'm not, this shit right here is weird. You feel what I'm saying? So it was like it was a different transition of learning because they really didn't give a damn about you. It was only like one teacher that cared about it. Everybody else, they nigga open book, they pretty much kicked up. I seen a teacher, you feel what I'm saying, playing 007 the whole goddamn day. You feel what I'm saying? Still getting the check.
Mine was
Learn
Gran
that way, though.
Turismo. My teacher always brought his PlayStation.
I can't learn that way. But let me get back to the text. So, as a black community, I'm tired of hearing excuses. I'm tired of hearing what we can't be as people. I'm tired of everybody trying to do things on their own when us as black people is not built that way. We're not built on a self. I'm not talking about the other culture. I'm talking about us. We're built to be unified. That's our purpose.
Every culture is built that way. Literally, not just our culture. Every culture, every nationality is built to be unified within your nationality.
Crazy thing, I get what all of you are saying, but I'm gonna just go from I'm gonna say from my point of view. We have Chinatown, we got Little Italy, we got Africa, we got all these people got their groups.
Spanish, yeah.
Black people are the ones that's in everybody's business. In a lack of a better word, we're always want to know what's over there. You know what I mean? Type shit. We're kind of curious, but we're never really like finding out new animal type curious. I'm gonna tell you like that. That's white people shit. But I was just saying from outside looking. I'm just saying from what I'm seeing.
Yeah, because
everybody's unified. Everybody's unified, but we're the only one that aren't. There's no proof. There's proof that we have. There's proof that we have capability of unification. We have the capability of learning and operating an army and all of that. Absolutely. But we need people to help.
No, we need people to actually live that shit. Because everybody will talk that shit and say, hey, man, we know what we need to do, but niggas won't live it.
Culture is built that way, but they
won't actually live it, bro. You can go talk to 100 motherfucking black people right now and ask them, hey man, shit, as a people, bro, we need to be unified. And I guarantee you, 95 of them niggas gonna be like, hell yeah, nigga, hell yeah. Then you ask that same 95 motherfucker, hey bro, move that nigga in your house. Fuck no.
Right. Yeah. I believe we are the only race though, or the only ethnic group that has been systematically made to targeted. Yeah, we have been systematically. That's the way. That's the reason why I feel like us as an ethnic group are quote unquote crabs in the barrel, because we have been programmed to be this way. It wasn't always like this, but when they came and took over and they tried to dehumanize us and make us, think other things and make us feel like we're less than human, then I believe it was a systematic thing. I think that and trying to overcome that, years and years and years of that, it's being proven difficult, and that's why I feel like we having these issues as a black community.
Right, and to go with Mike, what Mike was saying, he was like, all these men be like, yeah, I'm black with the unification and all of that, and then guess what? You got kids, right? Yeah. Your baby mom black? Nah. Who's your baby mom? She white. Oh, you know what I mean? But okay.
Right.
But okay. Even if she is black, all right. First thing niggas say, I can't stand that bitch.
Dang. Well, I can say I can say because I only had 2 black girlfriends in my whole life.
So nigga, you part of the problem, nigga.
Fuck you.
Damn. I say you part of the problem.
I guess, but it's like I guess. I only have one white girl, and the rest were just Spanish.
My question is this, right? As a black man, why have you chosen to go outside your race?
Oh boy,
I would say it wasn't what I chose. It was at the time what was interested in me and what I was interested. It was timing. I like black women. Don't get me wrong, I'm very attracted to them. Will one look my way and be the right? Fuck yeah, I'm on your ass. But if a Spanish shorty, you know, come my way and likes the shit that I likes and my interest and cool with my things and I'm cool with her baggage, I feel like she kind of will win at the time.
Well, without speaking about marriage, settle down or dating. What can you do both or just one outside of the Black community?
As in saying, would I marry a white girl but only date? Like, is that what you're saying? Oh, okay.
I use the word settle down because I don't really like the
govern married
part.
Black, side chick Spanish, everything
Oh,
else.
okay, got you.
Married Black,
yeah, married Black, but
preferably I would.
You know what I'm saying?
Oof. I like Spanish and Black.
So you want a combination?
Oof.
Polygamy. Just polygamy up.
Hey man,
I didn't think that was an option. I still got to put them in order.
Polygamy is always on the table with this nigga. You don't know that by now? Like,
damn, polygamy is always on the table.
That shit is always on the table with this nigga. That shit is never getting. That nigga Jacob say he's never dated a white and never will. That's tough. I've
but
never
you fuck
dated
him though, right? As long as you fuck him. If you fuck him,
I've never dated. Like I've never dated a white girl, but I did knock one off though.
One? Only one?
Maybe two.
Got you.
I have dated two.
We're gonna keep that.
I would never settle down with them.
That's fine. Yeah. You taking, Mike?
What happened? Hey man, we're not.
All right, cool.
You taking Mike?
Hey man, what the fuck is
so what was you saying, Terry? What was you saying?
I just want to know. For the people in
the
back.
Are we talking about the movie? We talking about the movie Taken?
Yeah, I seen that.
With Liam Neeson? That's a great movie, bro. Great.
I bet it is.
I think there was a nigga named Mike in that movie.
Hey, so look. I'm gonna say this, right? I got this thing called BGM. I'm gonna challenge all three of y'all.
White chick.
I'm gonna challenge all three of y'all.
All right.
I got this thing called BGM. It's called Brothers Getting Money. It's a movement, right? So my whole objective is to attach a bank account to it, and leaders. The movement need male leaders to carry out the mission, the vision, and the purpose of the movement, and that is to clean up the community, buy up certain things, you know what I'm saying, so that we can support families when it comes down to Pampers, groceries, bills, anything in that nature, you know what I'm saying? But the goal is to get donations. People to, you know what I'm saying, to donate to the cause and different things of that nature. Now, it's not going to be a nonprofit organization because the leaders that's going to be at top of this mission is pretty much going to take a salary from it because they work, you know what I'm saying, hand in hand. Being on lots of the people. It's not about, you know, selling a dream or anything like that. But this movement is to empower more Black men to come together to support the Black community. You follow what I'm saying? In every way possible. Now, the resources can't not be laid out to everybody at one time.
Let me tell you right now.
Is to help everybody.
No.
Huh?
No. I can't help everybody. I'm gonna be 1,000. I tell you to your face. That's a no. I can't help everybody. My mission, try to help everybody. The world ain't gonna like you, nigga. Your home friends don't like you next door that you're feeding the homeless that live next door.
Not what
I hear you,
what I'm saying.
But I'm just saying what is your mission is the idea. That's selling the dream right there off the gates to help everybody. Everybody got fake businesses. People don't got the mindset. People don't got the drive you do. But what we want to do is help the people in need. Got you. I'm all the way with you, bro. I'm with you. I was just saying the wording. Help everybody? Negative.
Yeah. So that's what I'm saying. With the BGM movement is to bring in Black leaders to carry out the mission, the vision, and purpose. You probably said to help. We're not here to brand businesses. You follow what I'm saying? We're here to. I'm gonna take it back further. You know the dope dealers, right? We know the true dope dealers, the real ones, the gangsters. You know what I'm saying? The ones that actually did their thing, you know what I'm saying? But they also did toy drives. They did Thanksgiving.
Thanksgiving. Yep, I know
Yeah,
exactly. Yep.
yeah.
They did all that. You know what I'm saying? Housing, block parties.
Yeah.
That's what we need to bring back into the community. You know what I'm saying? One thing that's
we need to sell dope.
That's what I heard. But I was letting him land.
Okay. I just want to.
I was only talking about one end. I don't know what you're
okay. I mean, I was just wondering, like, were we trying to chip in on the key or something?
I got 500 on it.
I was just wondering that's where you was going with that. Okay.
Not even a little.
Go ahead, continue.
Not even a little bit.
Got 500 on the block.
Is we us as black, like as black, we consider us. If you consider yourself as a black leader, not everybody considers themselves as leaders, and then you can point out a person that said that they're a leader and they're not. You know what I'm saying? But if you consider yourself as a leader, then we could carry out this mission together. You know what I'm saying? That's basically what I'm talking about. And I'm really trying to start this like almost ASAP. But outside of that, it was no question. It was just a statement.
Yeah, you said you had a question. If we had money, and then you went into the whole stipulation into this. That's what it started from. Was the question was if you had the money, and then you went into this.
You know what? Before you continue, this is a very valid statement right here.
Help everybody. That's a hard, bro. Help everybody. That's hard, bro. And the same ones you have helped will try to get you knocked off, but your mission is very be powerful. I just said that. Exactly.
That statement within itself, bro, as far as
X.
The same people that you're essentially putting your hand out, that you're putting that olive branch out to say, hey man, we got this if you need it, blase skip, blase, whatever the case may be. Them same people, bro, is gonna now look at you in a jealous light because it's like, and I don't know why niggas think like this. And I'm not even just gonna say niggas. I don't know why it's the human mindset when you have someone that's in the position of you trying to help people and everybody develop the mindset that, oh, this nigga think he better than us. Just because you decide you may want to help someone. A lot of people will develop that mindset like, oh, this nigga think he's better.
Yeah.
Plus,
that's jealousy.
How about we go?
Envy.
We go and be like, yo, listen, I know a guy right now that works for the city that has one of those free phones setups. You know what I mean? But you just have to have the, Snap, whatever. You're like, yeah, you can get one of those, go to the city and just go out there and give the phones out for free. All we want is we just want an email. This can be we don't want nothing from you, just an email. Niggas is going to catch you like, bro, you need to move. You're on the wrong block. Niggas going to try to bully you off for crazy shit. We in the city. You know what I'm just saying? We trying to give away phones. Nigga be like, yo, bro, chill. You want a phone?
This is what y'all missing. This is what y'all missing.
No, we ain't really miss it. We was just finding the gaps in what you were saying. We wasn't missing what you were saying. We not missing nothing. We heard.
I haven't said what y'all missing. What y'all are missing is I don't give a fuck.
I respect that too. That's very respectable too.
This is the reason. So I'm gonna tell you why I don't give a fuck.
Touche on that one. Touche on that one, my nigga.
In order for me to be a leader, I have to accept what comes with it. In order for me to be a leader, I have to. It's just like almost dating a woman.
So I ask you a question though, before you continue with that. So you say as a leader, you got to take what comes with it. So I'm gonna ask you a real legit question right now. You willing to die behind that shit?
Yes.
Enough said. Continue.
I have a heart of change. I've always been that way. I have a heart of bringing people together. I have a heart of standing behind a purpose. And if I'm on this platform called the EFABU and talk to people and speak to people and complain about certain situations, I gotta be an example of that change. You know what I'm saying?
Correct.
So
That's correct.
if I'm over speaking about unity and I'm not unified myself or being one of the leaders, then whatever I'm promoting is pretty much the internet.
It's basically
it's just all internet.
smoke and mirrors.
Right. Yeah.
Smoke and mirrors.
Correct.
And that's one thing that I'm tired of being a part of. I'm tired of it. You know what I'm saying? I'm tired of people saying that once Trump get in the office, is over with for black folks.
Oh man.
That is the dumbest thing. Huh?
Don't get Jay started with this Trump shit.
You already know, boy. That's the dumbest shit, boy. What?
Listen,
Oh my god.
I kind of want him to.
No, that's gonna be a rabbit hole, bro.
Got you.
It's two things you don't get started when these two niggas are together.
Yeah.
Trump and this nigga. Don't bring up Trump name when this nigga's around. And don't say nothing that women do right.
A lot of time, more people will stand up for you. Your so-called brothers will stand up against you because the more your movement becomes powerful and noticeable, you will become a target fan. I respect the fact that you're willing to change the narrative of negative to and positivity. I get that. Yeah, like it. Poverty, yeah.
Well, speaking of that, and I'm gonna say this, Jake. We need to open up this dialogue when it comes down to the politic area, black culture area, the European lifestyle
about to lose
area.
Views as soon as he said the word politics.
I love this. I love this.
So listen, right? I texted Mike and Southside this right here, and I am going to read it again.
All right.
So you text me twice is what you said?
I did.
Okay.
So it says, historically.
Okay. I was like,
polygamy or plural marriage has been part of many African cultures. And in some cases, it was a form of power, community structure, and wealth within black history.
Yeah.
Within black history. So we're over here complaining that we're struggling. We over here complaining that we gotta have 2 or 3 jobs or tasks. We over here complaining that our mental is not stable. We over here complaining that we can't go on vacations. We over here complaining that we can't get our nails did and our hair done or go to the barber shop or go shopping for our clothes and shoes. We're getting upset about this shit, right? But instead, the woman is not allowing herself to bring in her true helpmate. Now,
Southside, you over there cracking up, boy.
Hey, bro, listen. I can't help it, bro, because I swear to God, nigga, before Tuesday get here, me and this nigga have a lot of these conversations like Thursday, Friday, maybe even on a Saturday. We have these conversations amongst each other, bro.
Yeah.
And it's like at this point right now,
you already know what.
if whoever tunes in to us on every fucking Tuesday, whoever you are out there, if they don't know nothing else about this motherfucking platform right now, we are promoting
polygamy. We are promoting polygamy, baby.
Polygamy.
That nigga ain't gonna let that shit die, boy.
Because
I think he think because it's our true. It's really how it's supposed to be.
It is what it is.
We know this.
It comes with again
of who we are.
It comes with wealth.
We have been made to. We have been made to be monogamous. Basically, we've been programmed to now everybody over. Because think about it, it's the Europeans that think like this. It's only in America that they think about monogamy and that monogamy this and monogamy that. But if you look at statistics, man, monogamy a lot of times don't work.
But think about it, the same motherfuckers that's preaching this shit got mistresses and shit.
Exactly. They got
And they got money.
You want to say it.
But even
they might not publicly.
Even outside the bread, though. See, that's what I'm saying. Even outside the bread scenario, you don't have to have bread to make that scenario happen, because making that scenario happen will help bring the bread to you.
Correct. But over in America,
wait. Let me say this.
That's how it's played to be. Over in America. You go to Africa, bro. You know, man, you can be the poorest dude on the block with about 20 women. You know what I mean? Like, seriously. And everybody is one big happy
and that garden is flourishing, bro.
Yeah, and they flourishing. They are, everybody is good. Gucci.
That's what I'm saying. Niggas,
heaven on earth.
Niggas
but it's hell on earth over here in America, though, because of how the Europeans done made it.
Right, but niggas get the misconception that you need money to make that scenario happen.
No, to last, not to happen. Not
that's what I'm saying. Even for it to last, bro. You don't in
America, not in Africa. Move everybody to Africa. Do your
anywhere. Thing. The only way you need it to last if you're the only nigga footing the bill. But the point of it is for nobody to be the only person footing the bill.
Right.
The whole purpose
role. Everybody has a role.
Everybody to put their equal share into the situation. That is literally the whole point in it. You put your third, I put my third, you put your third, and we put all this shit together.
You gotta hide that.
Like,
who this is right here?
Who?
How can we really have a unified black culture when most black people are what did he say? Of following European guidelines and laws? That man is talking about the African culture. He said that man is talking about African culture dating back to over 400 years ago. But fam, some men still do it today. I understand your point, and it's a valid point for those who follow that lifestyle.
Yeah. Hide it a little bit.
What happened?
I stop smoke. I can't smoke on here no more.
No, he's saying you rolling up.
You rolling up? You smoke? You can't smoke on here.
This nigga been smoking every goddamn show, nigga.
I've been smoking every show. I've been smoking every show.
Where you be at, Terry? This nigga smokes every show.
I don't know.
Niggas lucky I ain't smoking right now, nigga, because I'll be smoking.
My bad. I don't want to make that a subject, but keep going. So
no, you good, Terry? You good, my brother?
Alan said, "What's up, Lil T3rry? Yo, what up, fellas? What up, Alan? Okay, boom. Let's attack the topic. Now, before I attack the topic, because you said we will never be extinct. Okay, I'm gonna get there. Now.
Oh yeah, that was the main topic of the show. Okay, yeah.
That was the main topic. So we're gonna get back there.
If we stay on the course that we on, yes, the fuck we will.
I'm gonna get. That's what I'm gonna tell you. I'm gonna get there. Now, Jay and Mike, I told y'all to park it, right?
I don't know.
So reason why I said park it, because Flip was gonna go to an area where it actually contradict itself. So it says polygamy was common and culturally accepted in many African societies. It wasn't just about romance; it was economic, social, and political. More wives often meant more labor, larger families, and stronger community ties. Now, what does that mean?
Oh, can I take that one?
Women selfish.
I'm gonna repeat it, and you can take
no. It doesn't necessarily mean women selfish, but
women
just
selfish.
Within that scenario, when it says more wives often mean more labor, larger family, and strong community ties. So basically what they saying is, for however many women you got, and I don't want any lady that's watching right now to take what I'm going to say the wrong way. Please. And I'm only saying it because I don't know all y'all names. What that nigga saying is put them bitches to work.
Put them bitches to work.
That's what that is literally saying. More labor.
That don't want to be in polygamy.
We all know what labor means.
Yeah.
Get your ass to fucking work.
Yeah. Yeah.
Larger families, that mean, nigga, I'm impregnating every one of y'all that's in this household right now.
Yeah.
We are here to produce.
Yeah.
And community ties mean, nigga, we're now blended. We're finna bring all this shit together and we're tapping into our own community because we are actually now creating the community. So I don't want no lady to take what I said this way, all this nigga, like I didn't say it. The passage said it. More wives meant more labor.
The only reason why y'all females don't want to be in monogamous with your mans is because you don't want to eat pussy, and we get it.
Yeah,
But
that's
you
really
don't.
what
See,
that.
that's
That's the only reason,
Phil,
bro.
That's really what that shit is,
but
man.
even still,
They don't
within
want to
that
eat
though,
pussy.
they don't have
know.
to because
Yeah,
polygamy
they don't
mean
want
that.
to.
But
Yeah,
they don't know
you
how
what
to
I mean?
share.
But what I'm saying is, even in that aspect, the women don't have to deal with each other on a sexual level. Y'all are literally here to be helpmates to each other. So whatever you can't do, you cover. Whatever you can't do, you cover.
Right.
Whatever you can't do, you cover. That's all it means. It doesn't say y'all have to be sexually involved.
Exactly.
I, as the man, I'm sexually involved with all of y'all because y'all essentially belong to me in that scenario.
But that doesn't mean that they all have to be sexual with each other. I agree
Exactly.
with that.
They don't have
because
to be
that's not their
sexual with
role
each
per
other.
se. I
They
agree.
don't.
Yeah, that's not your role. Your role isn't to do that.
Right.
But in that scenario of what got said in that particular passage, that's what that passage is saying. That's what that passage is saying.
So before I move further, because we have a whole segment on that. We have a whole segment on that. Before I move forward, I'm gonna go back to Alan. All right, Latoya. So,
yeah, they don't be wanting to hear that true shit, but they get the fuck on.
Yeah, they don't want to hear the truth.
Yeah, they get
She's like, nigga, please, right now. In her head, she's like, nigga, please.
Yeah, they don't want to hear that shit.
So listen, Alan, when it comes down to we will never be extinct, we're damn near heading in that direction. And I'm gonna tell you why. The way that we live today is not our true. It's not our way. It's not our true way of living, which means they're slowing down our what's the word? Reproduction.
Reproduction.
Reproduction. They slowing down our reproduction on purpose. They are deunifying us on purpose. They already stripped us from our belief system because we're no longer spiritual. You know, as a being, we're more faith-based. So we're stuck in a fear.
Yeah, we the only culture that don't really know who we are. We don't even know our history. I think we're the only ethnic group that don't know our history.
Right. So we also allow the United States or whoever was a part of this to put the Black history in a month where Black history does not even exist in the first place, which is February. It's all the way in June. So let's just start there. So we allow that to happen. We celebrate Black history in a month that it don't have nothing to do with us. And we don't realize that the white Americans don't have a natural holiday nor month. You feel what I'm saying? We haven't even realized that. They don't have a month or a day to themselves, but they give it to us. Right?
Yes, they do.
So let's just start there.
They got, I was just about to say they got Columbus Day, nigga. They got Easter, nigga. They got Easter.
Columbus alive.
They got Christmas, nigga.
I mean,
these are all white holidays, nigga.
But it's a day that they have. Like they have those days set in place for
but is it a white American month?
No, there's no. I wasn't.
They don't have like
no white month. But these holidays are white holidays.
We know that. Right. We know that, but there's no white holiday. There's no white history.
Black Friday is still a white holiday. It's a day where they have discounts on slaves. This is Black Friday. Fuck you talking
crazy.
Now, I like what Alan said this. We don't need money. We just need to utilize our skills by bartering and everyone helping each other. That goes back into polygamy. I'm always pick that up. Always. Always.
That polygamy, but
because polygamy is unified.
Supposedly, it's a good meaning. Yes, I'm with you. So you're substituting the word polygamy with unified.
polygamy is unified.
That's
Unity.
that's what you're substituting.
I mean,
There's no
it
substitute.
is.
That's what it
It
means.
is like you are unified if you are in like a polygamous type situation. The people that's involved would be unified. So I don't think it's a substitute, but I mean, you know, I guess most people, like I say, it's just the fact that people have been taught their whole lives that this is the way you live. This is the way you should live. So
Right.
they have told you, you meet somebody, you and this person date, you and this person get married, you and this person ride off into the sunset. So if that was the actual case, the divorce rate wouldn't be as high as the fuck it is if that was the natural order of shit.
Right.
Now, don't get me wrong. There are anomalies in every situation. So you do have people that has figured out that algorithm when it comes to marriage. They have made it, they have did it, and they have did what they need to do to get through it, and they made it to the other side of it, and they seen they 40, 45, 50 years, some 60. You have anomalies in every situation. But the natural order of it, that's not the natural order of it. Because if that was the actual, the divorce rate wouldn't be as high as the fuck it is.
So
Yeah, the
so
reason why
the
the divorce
reason
rate
for
is as
the
high
whole
as it is
topic
because
of the extinction, what are we getting at?
I'm gonna
But
tell you
shit,
right
nigga,
here.
we keep living the way we living, nigga. The next few
Yes,
generations
because
ain't
I was
gonna
gonna
live.
say, the reason why, because the reason I was, what I was gonna say, I can see where you're getting. I don't, to me, unless some crazy happens where the planet itself overheats or the planet itself absolutely hits -0 all at once, there's no such, we're not gonna, you know what I mean, we're not gonna
Between
extinct. But I get the idea, because one, back then we used to eat out, we used to hunt for our food. People don't do that anymore. A lot of people have mixed emotion. People have, back then we would, there was the word trauma, the word ADHD, these words didn't exist. People, they were
so
men, you know what I mean? And now
so think about
everybody's so weak. Everything
think,
is
so think about this though.
convenience. Convenience made people weak.
Right.
oh
That's
yeah,
what I felt.
Oh
yeah.
yeah, I
Convenience
like
made
that.
people weak.
I like that.
Comfortability. I told Lil T3rry a long time ago, I said comfortability, man, is the worst drug known to man, and people don't
Right.
even realize it.
So
Comfortability is the worst drug out there.
think about this real quick. Just think about this. If you have 65% of the black male population locked up, if you have another
The big ass
40%,
jail.
if you have another 40% of that living an alternative lifestyle, so that means they're not even dealing with women.
Mm-hmm.
And then you take all the younger generation, they knocking each other off like fucking dominoes.
Right.
How do you survive that in your next few generations? How do you come back from that?
You can.
So that means we're going to be fucking extinct soon.
I don't think
That's what that means.
I don't think we'll be extinct. Yeah,
So you tell me. So you
I don't
tell
think there'll be
me.
no
So
extinction.
you. So
It's
I'm.
just gonna be some
I'm asking.
very,
So I'm
very
asking you to tell
wild,
me,
wild west
how do you
Latin,
bounce back from that?
it's gonna
Half
be
the
some,
population is
I
locked up.
am legend living for a while. I ain't gonna
So
hold you. I ain't
again,
gonna hold you.
if
It's
half
some
the
I am
population
legend.
is locked up, the other half ain't even dealing with women at all because they are promoting the alternative
I don't think we'll be
lifestyle.
extinction.
Like they promoting that shit like the #1 hit on the radio station. And like I say, you got the younger generation, nigga, they knocking each other off at will.
Mm-hmm.
Nigga, they wake up.
But then
They
you
wake
also
up
got the ghetto with
like they
people.
wake up
Then
shooting
you got the ghetto population who's ODing, making babies by the minute, overpowering repopulation way more than the people who are very rich and able to do so.
So
Guess
think
where all
about
the population
it.
is growing
if
from?
if
The
if
ghetto.
niggas is making babies at that rate like you think they are,
Who's
listen,
making more babies? Rich or poor people? Who making more babies?
Poor people.
Come on, my boy. Come
Poor
on, my
people.
boy. Come on,
but
Mike.
listen.
Come
So,
on, Mike.
but
They
listen
ain't
what
got
I'm
shit else to do
saying. So,
but to breed.
right along with these niggas making the babies, what are they turning around and doing?
I get what you're saying, but
Knocking
the
these niggas the
idea of
fuck
what I'm
off.
saying is the people who's stable is well off with the minds that's able to do all the things that you're saying, create the communities and all of that. They got the money, the power, the respect, the community to do so, but they don't fucking do it. What they rely, we have the lower class who's
Because nigga,
constantly have no choice but
they
to
have
constantly
they have
just
time
fuck
on
like rabbits.
they have time on their hands.
I understand that.
A
I'm
nigga,
gonna give you that. I'm not
a
saying you're
nigga,
wrong on
a
that.
nigga
I'm
that
saying you're not wrong on that
a nigga
whatsoever.
that's trying to like a nigga that's trying to make real bread, he ain't got time on his hand to really goddamn focus on no family. And that's the real scenario. He ain't got time. So his energy is going towards whatever business aspect or whatever he putting in. So by the time he even get to a point to where he may want to be comfortable enough to even start a family, this nigga's probably 40 fucking 5. And he's now looking.
I
He's
hear
now
what the
look.
numbers say
He's
less.
now looking for a younger chick to
Yeah,
even start a
but
family.
those you're talking about guys like that. We're talking about men that's having kids at 19, 15, 14.
Right, and the same niggas is
Those are the
knocking
people
them.
those are
And
the
them
people
same
that's
niggas is,
populating the earth
but
way more at a fast
they're
rate.
not populating if they're turning around getting locked up. If they're turning out to be
What you
alternative,
mean? That's
if they're
still
turning,
it don't matter how
listen,
the outcome is.
yes, the fuck
No,
it
it doesn't.
does.
No, it
Yes,
doesn't.
it
It's just like
does.
frogs. Frogs can have 20 fucking
Flip,
frogs. If
flip.
19 die, it don't take away that nigga just had 19 fucking frogs.
Yes, it
Flip.
does.
But it's
Listen,
no
bro.
longer. But it's no longer
Listen,
19 frogs. If
time out.
all of them die,
I get
then
what
it's
you're
only one.
saying.
Then it's
Hold
only
on, time
one
out.
frog.
Shut up.
Then that
Give
means
me
it's
one.
still only one frog left on Earth.
Give me 1 second. Flip, put the joint down for 1 minute, my brother. Because right now you
I'm
tweaking.
good.
It's fried.
You tweaking right now.
You ain't
So
fried.
listen what I'm saying, bro. Listen what I'm saying.
I
If
think
you
Flip
take a nigga,
misunderstanding what I think Flip misunderstanding what you're saying.
if you're taking
I'm
a
gonna let you
nigga,
rock out. I'm gonna let you blame my blunt, but while you speak, I'm gonna smoke it. But rock
if
out. Do your
you
thing,
are
bro.
taking a nigga, like you just said, he's having 6, 7 kids. Out of them 6, 7 kids, 4 get locked up, never got a chance to reproduce.
Gotcha.
They go straight to lockup. They gone.
I'm still one of those
So,
kids.
two
I have a dad. I still have a
out of
reproduce.
those
I'm still
2,
one of those
okay,
kids.
cool.
Got
So
you.
out of the 6, 4 then got locked up. You got 2 left. The other 2 now living an alternative lifestyle. They not even dealing with women.
So
That cuts the population off of
that
that
cuts
nigga right
that
there.
bloodline. Yeah, that bloodline.
That
is
nigga
dead.
bloodline is done right there.
Yeah,
And
I
then
agree.
if you have one more, if you happen to have another one in that scenario, and he get knocked off by his homie because these young niggas knocking each other off at a vast
Got you.
rate. Like
Got you.
you
Hear
tell me,
you.
you
I
tell me how that
understand. I
population
do
continue on.
understand what you're saying, Mike. I understand the scenarios where you just knocked off all of my fucking siblings. I get it. I get what you're saying, my guy.
But is
But
that not what happening though?
there's still a possibility, like he just said, there is still anomalies.
Yeah, of course. But what I'm saying in that situation, the mass majority is getting knocked the fuck off. So that anomaly
In your
isn't gonna be.
scenario, the mass majority are getting
But I'm
knocked
saying,
off.
even with them anomalies, that's not going to be enough to carry a race. Especially with the race being diluted now, because niggas like you ain't fucking with black women. So now you're diluting your race. So now you're not pure bloods no more. Like all this shit plays a part in why, if niggas continue on in the way that we're continuing on, we will be fucking extinct within a few generations.
As in the black race.
Let me say this.
Yes.
Let me say this.
But the black gene will live on forever.
Let me say this.
The black gene. Now you're right about that, Flip. The black gene will last forever because we the only gene that exists in every ethnic group.
Got you. Let me say this.
King Jacob got a hint of black in them.
King Jacob, he said, how can we really have a unified black culture when most black people are following European guidelines and laws? So it takes us back to my original text, right?
Mm-hmm.
If the black community is less dominant and being de-unified with with producing and being control over their own population by living a European lifestyle is
Can you
heading to
elaborate with this European lifestyle?
What we living right now?
Yeah.
where we're living right now. But the European lifestyle
In
is
You
America.
talking
monogamous.
about like the United States based on the European culture?
Yeah,
Okay, got you.
our
Yeah.
life,
Yeah.
the way we
Proceed,
set
my
up.
brother.
Yeah.
Proceed.
Yeah. So one of the reasons, like, if a man is designed to have a kid, shit, he can make a kid probably twice a day, right?
Shit, more than that.
Right? He can produce, he can make a child twice a day. In a monogamous situation, you're held for damn near 9 to 12 months
A year.
of not producing a child. After the first child, hopefully it's 2, 3, 4, however you look at it. But he's not producing no more. When the man is literally
For at least a year.
built, you feel what I'm saying, are made to create. We're creators. We create lives. And you're telling me that it's stripped in a monogamous situation? They did that shit on purpose because they know how strong we are as a unity. Then he also said that man is talking about the African culture dating back to over 400 years ago, but fam, and some men still do it today. I understand your point, and it's a valid point for those who follow that lifestyle. They said somebody is out of control. King Jacob also said this is a true this is true. Comfortability and convenience makes people lazy and weak. I agree. And how many men nowadays can really live off of the land. Many men live off the land.
The purpose and stay inspiring. Yes, I agree. I would like to have one of those girlfriends. I'm not gonna hold you. One of those, like to stay outside, herbal tea, always looking. I like that. You know what I mean? From the outside. I'm not gonna hold you. I don't know. I never been in one of their houses. I don't know, probably too many plants for me.
Said plants.
Oh, the girls that do the rocks and the
spiritual chicks.
Yeah, that was, you know what I mean. They
So
draw on their arms about the moon and the
universe commands everything.
All that, yeah, all of that. She's with that. Like, I like.
Hey, Mike, can you go back to the text and read the one that says, well, I'm gonna read it right. This one. It says women often had their own roles, influence, and independency within these structures, especially in I don't know what that word is.
Oh, you talking in the message?
Yeah.
Let me
I
see.
agree.
Where you
I can
at?
agree.
But it's stripped. But it's gone. It's stripped. Women don't allow themselves to be great nowadays. It's gone.
Touche. You're right. But the thing is, like, everything always goes back. You know what I mean? Things will always kind of like come back to its full circle. And to be 1,000, we don't want that start again. You know what I mean? That start of you got to go hunt your own food and build all over again. Because it seems like usually how it comes down to it. We start, we build, we grow,
but why?
We do things, and then we destroy, and then
But
now
why,
we have to rebuild and start all over.
Well, why don't we want that start over? Just out of curiosity. Why
Why don't we?
Yeah, why
I don't say, but the idea of a start over just means sacrifice of billions of people. It's just the idea of thinking this means the sacrifice of billions.
In all fairness, not trying to be like, but the generation under us.
What about them? You want to elaborate? They're not in the room, nigga. Go ahead.
I'm saying, like, look how these niggas living, bro. That ain't worth the sacrifice. The cleanse.
Okay, if we did sacrifice, who would teach them? Who is the example that we'll have as the forefront? Would you have Nick Cannon? He's very positive. He got 12 kids. He got money. I haven't seen him do dumb shit. He's very positive though. Who would y'all call as the idol in this new world to live off of.
Well,
I wouldn't
well,
necessarily
I'ma
say
tell
it
you
has
Or
to
this.
be.
inspire from, I would
I
say,
don't
not live from.
necessarily, but I
Yeah,
wouldn't.
that's
I 9 times out of 10 wouldn't even pluck a celebrity nigga to be that person.
But you get
Yeah.
what I mean. I'm not meaning
No, I
I'm
mean I
thinking
know what you're saying,
anybody.
but
I'm
I'm
I
thinking
get
saying
what you mean.
anybody.
I'm saying from
Everybody
a general
needs a
standpoint.
visual.
But
Everybody
what I'm
in the
saying,
new world needs
from a
a
general
visual
standpoint,
of the idea,
that
is what I'm
model
saying.
person
They
that you're
need an
thinking about,
example. They need an
This is what I'm
example.
saying. Niggas need an example. If we go to the new world, tell them about God. God, back then they had examples of,
Right.
this is what God meant, or things like that. This is what he left behind. There was little examples.
You have
But if
to
we showed
you
them
have to
like,
go.
this is what good is, this is what house we should live, who's gonna be that example? As in, like, do y'all have an
You will
idea?
have
As
to
an open
you will have to
question.
go
I
to
actually like when you
somebody
said
that's
Nick
in the
Cannon.
community.
Nick Cannon that's a good example.
No, it's
That's a
not.
good example.
No, it's
Yes, he
not.
is. Come
It's
on, bro.
not.
Don't take it from
I'm
Nick
gonna tell you
Cannon,
why.
bro.
I'm gonna
Yeah.
tell you
why
why.
would he?
I'm gonna tell
Come
you
Why
why.
would
on,
he not
bro.
be a good example?
I'm gonna tell
Come
you
on.
why.
Why wouldn't he?
Because
Right.
Yeah, Nick Cannon is an
listen, I'm gonna tell
excellent
you why. No, he's not.
example.
Come
No,
Yes,
he's
he
not.
on,
is.
No, he's
bro.
not.
Bro,
We
he's
got we
rich.
at least gotta have one
Bro,
of these niggas. Come on.
bro. He's rich. Wait. He's rich, right?
Uh-huh.
He's not in a monogamous situation.
Mm-hmm.
He openly tells everybody that I'm not in the open that I'm in an open, an open thing. He takes care of all of his kids, and I don't understand how he's not.
He's
I don't
doing what the
understand.
regular. He's doing what every other baby daddy doing. The only
No,
thing that
he
he's not.
is not.
Listen,
No,
No, he
listen.
is not.
no, he's
Yes, he
not.
is.
Yo,
I'm
Mike, I think
before
somebody
y'all
else got a
talk.
blunt over there or ate
Y'all
edibles
talking.
before he
Y'all
got
over
on
talking.
here, bro. Fuck you mean.
Can
You're
I
not gonna
explain? Y'all
tell
over
me,
talking.
Terry.
Can I
Terry.
explain? Can I
Terry.
explain?
Go ahead,
Terry.
Terry.
I think I'm explain. Can I explain?
Yeah, go ahead.
Nick Cannon is not in a polygamous relationship. That just knock out the example as a whole.
When
He's
he gets
not
in a
in a
relationship,
polygamous
hey
relation.
Terry, when he gets in a relationship though, it's an open relationship. He's never in a monogamous relationship.
His only
And
monogamous
and
was
he
Mariah
openly
Carey.
says that. He openly
Yeah,
said
No,
that.
no,
The only one
I'm
that he
not
had that I
knocking
can
that.
remember was
was
Mariah
Mariah
Carey.
Carey. And
Yeah, it was
hold
Mariah
up.
Carey.
And the girl that was who was the girl that he
Lord,
played in? Was it Laura Money?
Oh, that movie. You talking about the movie? Was it Christina Milian?
Yeah, Christina Milian. Those are the
Yeah.
only two.
Right.
The only two. After that, he's just been like,
Yeah.
Great.
He was
He's
with.
another
Matter of
baby
fact, I
daddy.
think he had like 3
Listen,
kids on the same day or some shit like that.
yeah,
great.
it was two, but
Great.
goddamn.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's great. He's a baby daddy. What I mean by this is, if he could just take those women and create a community with that, then we can talk about an example. Like right now,
Okay.
they not unified as of
I think
yet.
a couple of
And
but I
the
think a
understand.
couple
internet.
of I think a
Hold on,
couple of
can
these.
I speak? Can I speak?
Yeah.
Yeah, go ahead.
So what I'm saying is, he's not yet unified as a community to be an example. Now, the internet is trying to tear the man down in whatever he believes. So if they was to talk to Nick Cannon by themselves, it can turn into an example. But if they was to look on the internet, you feel what I'm saying, and try to find an example with Nick Cannon, they're gonna find other things that try to tear him down because it's not his lifestyle yet. It's not his lifestyle yet. The polygamy situation is not Nick Cannon's lifestyle yet. I wish that it do, because he's
I
not a
hear you,
monogamous situation.
bro. I hear you. We heard you why a while ago, but we was trying to see is where you end up is who do you think should be that idol?
So
Right.
if the example has to be someone that's already living
That idea.
that
Yeah,
That
who
idea.
that
Right.
be?
it didn't have to be Neo.
Okay, yes.
Neo,
I'll
I would
give
give that.
thank
yeah.
you.
I would give
Thank
that
you.
right there.
Good example.
Okay,
Now
Neo.
that's an example.
Because he's actually
That's an
living.
He's actually living it right
He's
now.
living that.
Yes.
If we're referring just to that scenario of the polygamy aspect, if that's the example that we would
Neo.
have to, and then it would have to be Neo.
Yeah, but then
It would be Neo.
now does it has to build as a longevity thing? Because Neo has never been that way.
Right. He just started
He
this.
just did it.
Within
Right.
the
He
last
just
few
started.
years, like within the last few years, yes, he has gotten into his true role of sticking true to himself with that
Because
lifestyle.
he's like, bro, I got money. People still want me. I'm
Mike
just like,
Epps.
don't.
Mike Epps is another one.
Mike
Mike
Epps.
Epps is another one.
Okay.
Mike
Okay.
Epps is another one.
Mike Epps is another one. Yeah.
Okay.
We on Mike Epps.
Now,
So
would y'all take?
I wasn't
Would y'all
downgrading
I
take
what
didn't
a
know
y'all
Mike
were
Kevin
Epps
saying.
Gates?
I thought Mike Epps was
Fuck
married.
no.
I didn't know he was in a polygamy.
Fuck no.
He said what?
Fuck
No, I thought
no.
Mike Epps. I thought
I
Mike Epps
said,
was
what do you
married.
take? I said, what do you take a Kevin Gates? Nigga said, fuck no.
Oh, no,
Oh
hell
no,
no.
no.
That nigga's weird.
That's gonna have you ruined.
Okay, so going into the new world as an example, we will use Neo.
Neo.
Okay.
Yes.
I still would have took. I
I
would
think I
have
would
took.
have took Nick too, because
I
Nick
would
Now,
have
been
took Nick
doing
now
it
Cannon
I
for
would
over
a
this
say,
long
I
nigga,
would
dog.
say
He
this.
been doing it for a longer period of
We
time.
could put Nick in the conversation of an example of a man that if you're gonna
And
have
good positivity, as in the good.
kids,
Yeah,
this is what
role
you
model,
do.
role model wise.
Because he take care of all his kids.
Would you use him
So
as a role model? Because
if,
he
if
does positive business. He makes money on TV.
so that's
He
what I'm
owns a
saying.
couple
If we cancel
businesses.
out the polygamy shit with Nick Cannon,
Well,
he
and then
now
also,
becomes
with the
that
role
role
of
model of
with the
someone
role
that,
of having other girls, the role is if you have one, you can't just do one for one. You got to do for the others.
that's what
So
I'm saying.
all
So
of them
if
actually
we take
have
the polygamy out of it, as far as just a whole unit being unified as one, and we just put it in the aspect of like, all right, bro, if you're gonna live a lifestyle, this what comes with that lifestyle. This is how you go about it. Then you will be able to put him in that example, like in that boat, as far as someone to, I guess, feed into the next generation to say, follow his lead when it
Right.
comes to that. But if we're talking strictly just the polygamy aspect of it, then you would tell them, hey, look at Neo and follow his lead type scenario. So
Well,
that's
I'm
what
just gonna say this, right? The stuff that we talk about today is sad that it's gonna take us to do clips to get people to really like and be engaged in what we're talking about, because the black community have truly lost its identity, and we are afraid.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
You know what I'm saying? We are afraid to be true to ourselves, and people don't. And women have to ask themselves a question: why
You
do
know
men
what's
cheat?
funny, bro?
Hold on,
When we
wait.
Go ahead, finish your
I'm not
says.
done.
Finish yourself. Finish yourself.
I got to stand right quick. Women, okay, and I'm gonna say this powerfully. They need to ask themselves, why do men cheat? Why
Say
do
it again,
men
Terry.
cheat?
Say it again,
Why do
Terry.
men cheat? They have to ask themselves. They have to ask why do they like they
Why
love
do
me?
men cheat?
They give me all this. You know what I'm saying? I'm getting my nails done. I'm getting my hair. They got everything here. Seems to be. They got everything here. I'm a good woman. Why do they cheat? Because nigga, that's what we supposed to do. We are here to produce. We are here to get our rocks
That's
off.
what we supposed to do. Oh boy, Terry, you wild, man.
And the word is not cheating. Like this cheating and fornicating and all that, that's over with. Everybody keep putting these damn 10 commandments, which is a law. I talked to my mama. My mama said that in the New Testament, there's no, it was by grace. In the Old Testament, there's laws. We don't live by laws no more. We live by grace because of Jesus Christ. That's what my mama said.
My mama said.
That's what my mama said. So if we don't live by laws, leave the Old Testament alone. Leave it alone. We shouldn't even go back to that.
Why do we still refer to the Old Testament if we can't live by it, we shouldn't live by it, or whatever the case be? I agree with that too. We should leave it alone. we shouldn't bring up the 10 Commandments if we don't live by the 10 Commandments, or if the 10 Commandments is not even relevant anymore because of Jesus Christ or whatever you believe. So I agree with that. I
just live in reality, man. Don't feed me halfway. You feel what I'm saying? I like my food well done. You feel what I'm saying? Not bloody. Don't bring me nothing bloody. You feel what I'm saying? Give it to me well done. so I can be able to enjoy my food. So when you give me a message, don't have message me. Don't have message me. But these women need to understand what they call us dogs all the damn time. And motherfucker, you the female dog. And guess what females dog do? None of the motherfuckers that hunt. You ain't hunting. You ain't doing no goddamn hunting. So leave the damn dog lane alone. Because we here, you know, we doing what we supposed to be doing. We fucking. That's what we doing.
That's what he's doing.
That's what he's doing.
Listen.
Oh man.
We are meant to produce. We're not here to be locked down. You feel what I'm saying? We are kings, we're chiefs. We're not meant to be in manipulation. You feel what I'm saying? We're here to produce, we're here to be unified, we're here to take care of multiple people. That's the reason why and then you have to think about this too. Women, we give our love to another woman every day. We make a woman smile every day. We give another woman a piece of our money every day. We share you to somebody every day. And it don't have to be sexually. Y'all got to understand that. Y'all share y'all space with another woman every day. Every day. Y'all need to know that.
Yeah, I think it just comes down to, because my thing is what is cheating? Like what is cheating? If we are all in agreement, no matter if I got two women and one guy or two guys and one woman, whatever the case may be, if we're in agreement, if we're in agreement, I say whatever your choice is. I'm just making an example. Whatever your choice is, if you're in agreement, then it shouldn't be labeled as cheating. Cheating derives from deceit or
I would
lying
say
or not being honest.
cheating is outside of the agreement of the relationship.
Of the relationship. You're right.
So a relationship is yes, it is, bro. A relationship is an agreement between two people. Is whatever I want, my stipulations, and my significant other says, yes, I'm okay with that. So if I only want one more girlfriend, but I'm a fuck with you, but I still be on the lookout because I want one more girlfriend, but you get mad at me because I go out and I fuck another girl, that's not cheating to me. You jumped in the boat. You said yes.
That's reality.
I agree.
That's
but outside of the agreement is where it becomes cheating.
It's because cheating, right? Outside of the agreement.
What I'm saying.
Yeah.
So
I get what you're saying now, Terry. Yeah.
Yep. So outside of an agreement, it shouldn't be marriage. You know what's the marriage for? Because in agreement, I'm with you with me. Marriage is only.
Well, I just feel like women
marriage
are
is only
selfish, bro. Women. Let me tell you something. Women are selfish, though. They only. Whereas we can have multiples, right?
Mm-hmm.
Women don't want multiples. Women just want you, or they just want that one, or at least that's what they think.
Yeah,
they do. Because let's not get it twisted. Women cheat too.
Yes,
women
they do.
cheat too, and women have multiples too. The
yes,
thing
they
is,
do.
I feel like women just want their cake and they want to eat it too. I think women secretly trying to take over the world, if you ask me.
Nigga, everybody
that's why you have
everybody want their cake and eat it too.
Women want to be men. Let's just be real. I'm gonna just keep it a buck. Women want to be men, bro. Women want to be men. That's why they fought for equality. That's why they fighting for equal pay, equal this, equal that, equal this, equal that. And they're mimicking things that men do or men naturally do.
So again, what I say to that is, if you want to be equal to me, that's all fine and dandy. We're not going to argue with that. But what I will say to that is, when that front door get kicked in and them niggas come in,
you better be front line.
Take your equal ass down there and take that fucking bullet.
You better be front line.
Because I'm not getting my black ass up to go save anybody that's equal to me, nigga.
Yeah,
if you're equal to me, you can handle the situation.
You get your ass out there and work on that car.
I can handle.
Yeah, you get your ass out.
Because we are equal.
You get your ass out there and work 2-3 jobs too. You get your ass out there and work on that goddamn car. You get your ass out there and goddamn change that oil. I agree with you, Southside.
I don't have a problem with you being equal to me. That's cool.
Women want to be dominant. I'm telling you, they want to be the man.
You can definitely be my equal, and I'm cool with that. But again, when that front door swing, and there's some niggas in there that ain't supposed to be in there, I'm not
You
waking
take
my
your
ass.
ass down
I'm
there.
not waking my ass up to go down there. You take your equal ass down
You
there
take your
and see if you can combat that situation like I would combat that situation.
right.
Because I know how my survival skills kick in, and I know how your survival skills going to kick in. Your first instinct is going to be skate and run, and that's cool. My instinct is going to combat this situation. I'm going to combat this shit.
Yep.
So if I got to go down here and take a bullet, God damn it, we equal. Go take that fucking 9mm. I will call the ambulance for you.
But before we dip out, right? I just want to make a
Why
point.
you gotta leave?
Women wants another woman to help her.
Hey,
Yeah.
I gotta say something real quick.
God damn, nigga.
I just heard. I had a young lady
God
tell me
damn.
that we don't want to be protectors no more. What y'all think about that? I had a
that.
young lady just tell me men don't want to be protectors no more.
What are we protecting exactly, though?
Yeah, what are we protecting?
Yeah, what are we protecting?
What are we protecting exactly?
Like,
No,
what don't we want to protect?
I'm asking. No, I'm serious. No, listen to me from the bottom of my heart.
Who's that talking?
Seriously asking.
Come on. Who is that talking right now? Is that somebody in your background, Jay?
Yeah, it's somebody in my background.
Cool. So I'm glad that's a female, right?
Yeah, it's a female. Yeah.
Right. So I kind of heard her comment what she just said. So can she hear us right now?
Yeah, she can hear us.
So we're gonna ask her, what are we protecting exactly?
Please, I want to ask.
She said we supposed to be protecting the family.
Just our family, or just
our family, or just what?
If you're married, you're protecting your family.
That's it.
Go all the way from back to what y'all said. Y'all have men that don't change the oil, do the outside stuff. Like we are. It has changed. The whole dynamic of roles have changed.
So I'll ask the question.
Well,
so since she brought up like the car scenario. Yeah. So just in fairness, every man isn't mechanically inclined. So correct. Is it still the same if I pay a nigga to do it?
Right. Right.
If no, that's fine. If you're not gonna do it personally and you pay for it, that's fine.
Okay.
But
then how do a man protect?
But then right. So how is that not protecting? Or how does a man protect? Or what is he not protecting? If he's paying for the oil change, if he's not doing it himself, right?
He may just not be mechanically inclined.
He's doing all of the manly things, whether he's paying for it or whether he's doing it himself. What is he not protecting?
But y'all don't have that same thing for a woman. Y'all want her to cook and clean, but won't give her that same grace if she just going to buy the food.
I don't. What you mean? I don't understand that. Yeah.
The food ain't gonna cook itself.
Yeah, the food ain't gonna cook itself, right? The food.
Yeah, but usually, sometimes in that scenario, we pay for the food.
No, so is she saying that if she buys the food for us to cook it?
Well, I mean, if you go pay for dinner, then that's fine. But most of the time, the man is gonna probably pay for the dinner.
But y'all want us to be in the kitchen cooking.
Wait a minute.
So
yeah.
Can I not just go pay for the dinner?
If you go pay for it, yeah. If
out your pocket, though.
The key thing that you said is you going to pay for it. So yeah, if you go and pay for the dinner, then
we cool with
it. That's like you cooking dinner. I get it. But if I gotta pay for the dinner,
it's not the same.
Because you don't want to cook and because you lazy, or you don't want to, then that's a problem.
That's not the same.
That's not the same. It's not the same.
No, it's not.
Please tell me how that's the same.
And this is coming from a man's point of view. Men.
I'm paying for the preparation. You're not doing anything but a smile and just being happy.
What are we talking about?
Oh,
what are we talking about? Listen, hey, wait a minute. We talking about protecting. How are we protecting with groceries? Listen. Go back to the original question. We can't protect with groceries. We can't. We gonna stop somebody hitting you with apples or something and oranges. Somebody gonna hit you with a banana.
Listen, hey man, I will knock somebody out with an apple.
But she said the
how
family.
Do we protect? So how do we not protect? I just want her to answer. How do we not? Me being a mechanic, me buying groceries, me paying the bill, me doing this. That's providing stuff.
Right.
Protecting.
How do a man not want to protect anymore?
Protection.
Yeah.
Let's get back to the protection word. That's providing. protection. How do a woman and she's a female, how can she feel protected from a man? She said that men don't know how to protect nowadays. What is protection come from a woman point of view? What is that?
There she goes.
Because everything she's talked about was providing.
Mm-hmm.
That's true. So what is protection to you?
What is your version of protection?
You on the spot.
Hot seat shouty.
Yeah, hot seat shouty.
Women don't know. Women don't
And
know.
she's thinking too.
No, she's thinking.
Right.
She's thinking
about it.
But this is what I'm saying. If you gotta think, you don't know. If you gotta think, don't know.
You got to give a couple seconds.
Yeah, let's give a couple seconds.
Yeah, give a couple seconds. Yeah,
let's give a couple seconds.
The question is just shot up on her. You gotta.
Right.
I know how a woman could be a good woman without providing.
Yeah, we know. Don't get to it yet. Just let her answer the question.
Yeah, let her answer the question. Go ahead.
But we know where you finna go.
Don't pamper her
answer
either.
this question real fast.
Okay, so protecting the family is part of protection. Is still providing.
No, that's not the same.
No.
So
no.
Y'all already said
Protecting
and providing.
Those are two different things.
Yeah, I agree. Protecting and providing is two different things.
Two different things.
Protecting is taking a boy on a car drive and allowing him to drive to protect him in later future. The protecting is if I'm in the country,
what you say,
I took my daughter.
What did you just say?
Listen,
yeah, I don't even know what you just said, Terry.
No,
protection.
Protecting is something happens to you, you jump up in front and you protect your family or whatever's behind you. That version of protection, there's a lucrative protection.
Listen,
but you just said you just threw a kid in the front seat of a driver's and you just ended the conversation.
Listen, this is what I'm saying. This is protection. From a man's point of view, we're protecting, right? We're protecting our family. So I'm teaching you how to drive. I'm teaching you how to like leadership. I'm showing discipline within the family. I'm
that's not protection.
What else can be a protection? Like maybe we went to a guns range or something like that because you're gonna have to protect yourself one day. There's certain things that's going to ally in protection when I might be here or when I might be gone. You feel what I'm saying? Leadership. You feel what I'm saying? Like, not in the providing prospect, you feel what I'm saying? But protection is not when I'm at work working and I come home and pay the bill. That's not protecting. You feel what I'm saying? Not even a little bit. If I'm providing a roof over your head, that's providing.
But also,
protection.
With protection, what also comes with protection is whatever you are quote unquote protecting has to listen to what it is you are saying. That is the most key part of protecting someone. They actually have to hear and listen to what it is you're saying. That's the main way you are going to protect that person. So if you're not adhering to the things I'm saying, there's no way I can protect you. So if you're not willing to listen and follow my lead about what I'm saying, you no longer can be protected. You can't go against what I say and then be like, nigga, you're not protecting me. You took yourself away from the protection umbrella the moment you cut down what I said. Now you have to protect yourself in that moment now because you feel like your word is law. So if your word is better than my word and you feel like your outcome is better than my outcome, I can't protect you. Like there's no way I can protect you in that aspect. We can't hear you, Jay.
Yes.
Hold on, who is this Courtney Harris? Wait.
Y'all didn't even let me finish.
And then she said, "We let her finish." We did let you finish.
Oh, we tried to let you finish, Quinn.
Yeah, we did.
Look, she has the floor.
She got the floor. But let me say this though, based on what you just said, Mike. Based on what you just said, Mike. And can she hear me?
Yes, she can.
Okay, so I want her to give it just an example. If I tell you, you want to get your nails done this week, you want to get your hair done this week, but I tell you, if you spend that money, we're gonna be out. we might not even have a crib if you spend that money, and you end up doing it, you're no longer up under my protection.
But as me, as a
But
woman,
yes,
I'm not gonna do that. Like, I'm communicating with my man, whatever we need to do to grow as a household, we gonna do as a household. If I don't need to go get my nails done and I know that we got another bill to pay, then that's what's going to get paid. Like, that's not me as a woman. Like, we got to do what's in the household first. My nails ain't done now because I know that bills got to be paid and other stuff. Like, that's not
Jay,
me
you gonna let her
as
shit
a
on you
woman.
like that, boy?
Stuff got to be done in the household. What you mean? I'm not that type of woman. That don't come first. That's not me.
That's protection.
That's protection, right? You're right.
But
You're
I'm
right.
just saying,
That's
like we're saying, but the main thing to
Women don't want to hear that.
is, like, the main thing protection is listening, bro.
Listening.
Like, that's how you
guided.
protect something.
Yeah.
Whatever it is that I'm covering, they have to actually listen to what I'm saying.
And women don't want to
That's
listen to you.
That's how I keep
Yeah.
you covered.
What you mean that they don't want to provide it?
Did he just say he providing the money for the nails and everything?
Yeah.
No, that nigga said that. I was talking about
He
something.
said, nah. That nigga said that.
That nigga said that. Fuck that. I don't even talk that material shit. Like, you self-maintenance.
I didn't
Take that shit on your own.
I didn't
Like,
say I was providing anything. I said that was in the providing category. You feel what I'm saying? When you're going on a vacation, when you're able to get your nails done and hair done, anything of doing, you feel what I'm saying, that's more of providing. But when it comes down to protection, you feel what I'm saying, a woman has to be guided. If you're not
Yeah, she
willing
has
to be
to
guided,
anybody has to listen. Anybody has to listen, whether it's male, woman, child,
See, I
dog.
don't know.
It don't matter. They have to listen to the person that they're looking to protect them. So again, I'll just use your example. We go on vacation, nigga. You want to go fucking snorkeling, and I'd be like, well, shit. You know, I did read up out here that, you know, if you snorkel out here, nigga, it's sharks out here, and you be like, well, shit, I'm going in anyway. All right. And your ass get bit. Don't say shit to me, because I literally just tried to tell you.
That goddamn ocean, right?
Like, I literally just tried to tell you,
ass wouldn't got an ocean anyway.
Because you wanted to do what you wanted to do.
And a lot of women do that. A lot of women do that, bro.
So a part of protection, when y'all say niggas don't want to protect, no, you niggas don't want to listen.
Yeah.
Because niggas will give you the game.
Yeah.
But you would turn around and say that nigga talking stupid, he controlling, he's
right on,
he's a narcissist. All of those things that y'all say are negative about men is part of protecting your ass.
TK Kirtland was like, these bitches don't be listening. I go out on a date, I tell you to fucking duck. You go and turn around, bam, bitch, you got hit. Bitch, I told you to duck.
Stupid bitch. Right.
They don't want to listen, bro.
They don't listen.
And that's like that is the main thing to protection. Is being able to actually follow directions.
But again, that's that equal part, though. That's the equal part that women
and this is why
they feel like they're equal to me, and they don't have to listen to us.
Again, be equal to me. Go take that fucking bullet.
Right.
Because if I'm not protecting a grown man that's standing next to me.
Hey, hold on.
That nigga responsible for his own protection.
Hey, say what you just said. Okay, no, she said something that most women say, and I want her to say it on the platform.
Don't get it wrong, Mike. I'll push your ass out the way.
What you say? I'm gonna say it for y'all. She said most men don't know how to lead.
Facts.
Oh Lord.
Okay, so I'm glad. We gonna now chop into that.
Yes, let's chop into this. Oh Lord.
And not to get personal with her.
No, no. Go ahead, bro. Let's keep it 100.
Half of them don't know what the fuck leadership look like. Because you didn't come from it. So there's no way you can say a nigga don't know how to lead when you ain't never fucking seen it happen yourself. So you don't know if this nigga know how to lead because you don't know what leadership looks like.
A lot of women don't. A lot of women come from. But let me ask this: what happens when the woman comes from a good household? She comes from a 2-parent household where her mother and her father was in the house.
That just means she just hard-headed.
That bitch a hoe. Nah, I'm fucking with you. I'm lying like shit.
Like if you had an example of it yourself, Like you was able to lay your your eyes on an example and you still stray away from it. You're just hard-headed.
That's your fault now, nigga.
Now that falls on you.
Hold on. I gotta attack something right quick. I have to attack something right quick. Let me attack something right quick. She said, I listened for 10 years and he led me to hell. So now what? Okay. So
that's your fault.
You listen to what?
That's her fault.
That's your fault for not telling her to put on the headlights. Where the fuck y'all just went off a cliff?
I'm not gonna let nobody lead me to no damn.
What happened? Where the headlights go? I mess with you.
Huh? Well, but you still have a certain discernment though. You still have a certain discernment because that man didn't make you stay. The man didn't make you stay for 10 years. You decided to stay for 10 years because you probably thought you could change him or that you could manipulate some shit that wasn't gonna happen. That's your fault. The problem that I have with relationships. The problem that I have with relationships is don't nobody want to hold themselves accountable. It's always the one person want to blame the other person for their faults or for the faults of the relationship. And that's fucked up. Own your shit.
In a scenario
like this man for 10 years.
Yo, I hear you. Fault. Man, I cheated because she didn't want to suck my dick.
Yeah,
right? That's the reason. All right. Fuck it. She was my girl and I just made that up. Don't mind. I was throwing an argument his way. I was just going to argument his way.
She makes a valid point too here. A lot of niggas didn't have good dads to show them an example. So, seeing that said man leadership looks like,
my dad died at 9,
and said woman don't know what leadership looks like either. Who the fuck are you to tell me I can't lead?
That's like the blind leading the blind.
Exactly. So in that scenario, as a woman, you shut the fuck up and we figure this shit out together.
I mean, I know you did, but did they?
She said that all y'all come from, she said that anybody on this panel come from 2-parent households.
No, I didn't.
No.
Not my actual biological father. I'll say that.
Hey, she said, but Mike, she said you said that you know how to lead though. She said you.
No,
said
what I just see. This how I know. This how I know she just wasn't listening. That's how I know she wasn't listening just now. Because I literally just said, if said man comes from a house where he didn't have leadership, and said woman comes from a house and she don't know what leadership looks like, neither one. She definitely can't look at me and say, I don't know how to lead. So in that case, you shut the fuck up and we figure it out together.
Right. I agree with that. I agree with that. I agree with it because if we both don't know how to lead,
we figure it out together.
I'm still the man. I'm still
a man at the end of the day, but we're going to figure it out together.
Right. I agree.
Cohesively.
So look, let me say this. Let me say this. Can she hear me? Listen.
She's talking about, are we still equal?
Because we're figuring some shit out together.
Yeah.
No, we're not equal because I still have responsibilities that you're going to hold over my head as far as one, protection. You want me to protect your ass in certain situations. So if I have to protect you in certain situations, that automatically makes you not my equal. Off the rip, you're not my equal.
I'm gonna add to that. Let me add to that, Mike. Let me add to that. So can she hear me?
Yes, she can hear you.
Okay. So as a woman, right? So you already feel like, so your next, right? Your next approach should be questionnaires. You feel what I'm saying? And homework. This is what women don't do, right? Y'all always speak about a man can't protect, man can't do this, and man can't do that, right? So what Mike just said was, if I'm coming from a unstable situation that didn't teach me the leadership, and you also is doing it, but you're a female, I'm the guy, and you look for me to provide and protect. Therefore, if you feel like you're the dominant person that's going into the relationship, don't get into the relationship. If you feel like you have to be the main protector, if you feel like you got to be the main voice, if you feel like you got to be the main provider, don't get into that shit, because you're going to sound like Courtney Harris over here talking about she been listening for 10 years and shit came out of it. Why?
Right.
Because the motherfucker wasn't no leader from the get-go.
Or if you go into the relationship with the dominant mindset, then understand what comes with that dominant role. So if you go into that situation feeling like you are the dominant said person, you do this and you do that, don't be mad if a nigga take the back seat and let you drive that car. Handle your fucking business, because you wanted to be in the dominant role.
And I always try to tell women
you asked for that seat.
I always try to tell women this.
Sit in it.
Right. I ask women this. And I ask women this too all the time about that equal shit. Right. Like, where in society do you have like two captains? Right. You have a pilot and you have a co-pilot. Right. But the co-pilot don't have the same equal responsibility as the main pilot. Right. He's the co-pilot, just like the co-captain. There's not two captains of a ship. You don't have two heads of a ship controlling the ship. You have one person that's responsible for the ship, and if something happens to that one person, then it falls to the next person in line. That's how it's supposed to be. But this whole equal shit, they done got this shit, they got it fucked up to where it's, and that's why we are where we at as a whole, as a community,
but see, that's what I'm saying. Even if no one's saying
Well,
women
I
are
ain't gonna hold you.
wrong.
Can't usually bring it on the women. I can see where it's usually stimulates from. We all know,
I
history
want to say
will
something about
usually.
this.
But
I
no
hear you,
one,
but
is saying women are wrong. That's
Are
not
wrong.
what we're saying.
right.
What we're
But
saying
let me-
is, if you're asking for certain things and you want to do like whatever, like you want to do what you want to do, that's fine. But just know what comes along with doing what you want to do.
Right.
Hold on, let me say this.
Like
Let me say this. Courtney, I have heard this so many times, and I have been in these type of situations, right? So when a man said, I did nothing wrong. So the man said that you did nothing wrong, it's me. If a man say this, right, that means that he gave you many signs clearly saying that he's not capable of being what what you want him to be. He have gave you those signs.
Yep.
Now you can't tell me that this man for 10 years didn't give you those signs. He wrapped them up, gift them right, you know what I'm saying, wrote his name on it, and he mailed them to you. He stayed in that same house and he mailed it to the same address. And he tell you almost every day who the man is for 10 years. And for that man to say, it's not you, it's him, then it's you.
Yep.
It's you.
Women, I ain't never heard a woman say I was a bad woman. I ain't never in my life have I heard a woman, especially when the relationship failed, that she was the reason why the relationship failed. It's always the man. The man did this, he did that.
Case, though,
I've never heard a woman say, well, yeah, I fucked up. I did this to him. I did that, and that's the reason why he left. I've never in my 40 years on this earth heard a woman say that.
But they're comedians.
Right, you're right. They're being funny and shit. So,
yeah, but they're comedians.
They're comedians.
But
and that's why it's gonna always be fucked up until we as a people, men and women, learn how to accept our faults and our flaws, right? And the things that we do, hold ourselves accountable. Ain't shit gonna ever be right. You know what I mean? And I'm employing that to the women because, like, again, women don't never want to be wrong. They don't never want to be, especially black women. Oh my God, that's the reason why black women single now.
But outside, but even
you seen that shit that they can't say sorry.
It's the
hell no, they can't say
it's
sorry.
The hierarchy.
Hell
of
no,
things. Like,
hell no. It's
the
always
hierarchy of things, bro. When it comes down to this shit, everything has a hierarchy of order. Even from military nigga, it's a nigga that's at the top, and everybody up under him follows whatever goes along with that scenario. Like, the only two people that are equal in that scenario is two niggas that are privates, two niggas that are sergeants, two niggas that are lieutenant. But all these people have somebody above them that they are reporting to.
Corporate.
Like, everybody has somebody that they're reporting to. So you're never really just equal to anybody in these scenarios because everybody has somebody that they are reporting to. And it's just the hierarchy of how that shit works, bro. Niggas don't like the hierarchy.
Yeah, and people don't even know that there's like 4 people that rule the world.
Like, they just don't like the hierarchy. They don't want to feel like it's somebody above me.
One of them was on Joe Rogan's show.
And somebody being above you don't necessarily mean a bad thing.
No,
that may not necessarily what that means.
Right.
Now,
it doesn't mean that. Right.
Whether the person above you is a actual good leader or a fucked up leader, that's up for debate. You know what I'm saying? Like, that could be up for debate. but nevertheless, it's still somebody above you that you're going to have to fucking report to at the end of the fucking day.
Yeah.
It's the same scenario at your job. Like, you got to report to some fucking body. If you ain't the owner of that company, nigga, you're reporting to somebody.
Bitch, clock in. Bitch, clock in.
And it would be the
Hey.
same thing in a relationship. Like, nigga, somebody reporting
I'm not
to
falling for the back
somebody.
and forth. It's grown men pointing out
Let me say
women's
this though, Jay,
flaws.
before y'all say
Oh,
something.
I'm not
Hold on,
hell no.
listen. Let me
feeling
say this. Let me
for
say
that
something.
back and
So,
forth. It's grown
Courtney,
men
right?
pointing out
Courtney
women's
Harris.
Boy,
flaws.
I don't want
I
to.
want to say, hold on, y'all. Let me say this. Let me say this right quick. I want to talk to Courtney directly, right?
Yeah,
So
talk to Courtney directly, man.
It's not to. Well, no, fuck that. It's been direct. So when
It was direct when you called her name.
when you bluntly, what the message wasn't though. Like, I was trying to pinpoint and trying to hit corners, but no, fuck that. I'm gonna go straight directly. So when a woman bluntly say that the man says that you was not the problem, right? If the man said that you was not the problem, I was, and I'm and please forgive me about it. You feel what I'm saying? Like, I'm sorry. I know it didn't work. You tried your best, but it's me, right? And it didn't work. You have to then look in the mirror and realize how you messed up. You feel what I'm saying? Not messed up as you did something wrong in the relationship to make him leave, but the choices that you allow yourself to make to stay long enough. It might be a hope land. It might be one day that he changed. You know what I'm saying? You might have fought for something that wasn't there. You find, like, it's a lot of things that you can question yourself about, so that when you go into the next relationship, you will know what to look for. You feel what I'm saying? It's not about how we sensitive when we're not the ones that's in these type of situations. How?
Hold up. Don't throw me in there, Courtney.
She said we sensitive. Hold on.
Hold up. Wait.
How are we sensitive?
We just got sensitive when she called us that.
Right, we just got sensitive because she called us sensitive. I just want to know what made her say that. Like, what made her say we sensitive?
Nah, she's talking to him, but she
she's
included
a
all
very
of us in that. But you got to understand this also. So I'm talking directly to Courtney. So I would say that we're talking from men's point of view. When he was talking about when men say that, if you haven't noticed, every man head was just like,
Shaking, yep.
every one of us was just sitting here like, yeah, he right. Because it's when we say it's not you, it's us. It's because we fucked up by thinking we can make this work.
Mm-hmm.
We had the sign like, all right, cool. We gave you the sign like, you know what? I'm not feeling this relationship right now. You know, I don't want to be in a relationship right now. And then you still keep pursuing it, and then later on you feel the energy change, the lateness of responses and things like that. And then you're like, well, I see that he's acting weird and he's giving you quick answers. It's a sign.
Southside. What you
Southside,
gotta
tell
tell us,
him.
man?
I did
What you
all
gotta
I
tell us?
could.
What happened?
I don't know. I mean,
What happened?
I don't know.
What does that mean, Southside? You know Courtney?
Yes, I do know Courtney.
Got you. Understood. Keep it going. Moving on. Go ahead.
But so in recollection of this whole conversation.
I like how my nigga moved on. Conversation moving. Keep it going. So
in the just for the sake of the conversation, whether said nigga said she did nothing wrong or not, you know what I'm saying? And it may not even came from a place of he felt like he couldn't maintain said relationship or anything. Some motherfuckers are just going to be who they are.
Yeah.
And at the end of the day, if who I am don't align with what you want from me, now you have to hold that responsibility of deciding whether or not you're going to cut ties with me or not. So if we didn't kicked up 6 years and I've been on that same course for 6 years, and I ain't really deviated. I might deviate here and there. I give you 3 weeks, maybe a month of some good quality shit. Then I deviate right back to my normal fucking flow. So this is a pattern you have seen of me. You have seen this pattern. You say something to me, I escalate it a month, I go right back to my regular. A month later, I go right back to my regular pattern of what I do shit. You say something to me, I escalate it for a month, I go right back to my. So now now at this point, you have to recognize this pattern that I'm showing you. And if you don't like that, now you have to make that decision to be like, all right, cool, I'm not fucking with it no more. But that can be hard to do when kids and things are involved. Some people don't want to break the family up. They want to keep a family set. So all these things are variables that go into these situations to where it's not just so easy to say, hey, I'm going to fucking split. It may not always be just that fucking cut and dry. You know what I'm saying? So these are things that, you feel me, I kind of think what she's trying to say in these scenarios, like, you know what I'm saying? Like, whether or not she had her wrongdoing in the situation right along with this nigga having his wrongdoing, whatever the case may be. You know what I'm saying? I don't know all the particulars. I just know small shit here and there.
Yeah. I just feel like everybody should be, if it takes two to tango, and we say all of these things, but it takes two for this, it takes two for that, then two should equally be responsible for the breakup. You know, if there's, because think about it, when a relationship is successful,
but that's not fair.
Think about when a relationship is successful, right? And I liken this to athletes, right? It was a I think a rap song where the whole Kobe Bryant. Remember that part where he was like, "You wasn't in the gym with me when I made that."
You wasn't with me shooting in the gym.
You know what I'm saying? You know, you see how women want to attach themselves to success and then be like, "Oh, I'm equally responsible for it when it's successful." But when it's not successful, oh, it was all. It's not that they want to distance themselves. It wasn't them. It was the man. It was this, and that's. You know, and I just feel like that's just messed up, man.
But I'm saying, even in certain scenarios, though, one person can derail a fucking relationship.
Absolutely.
Of course.
It may not be
that may
not be an equal thing in certain scenarios.
But then
one bad night, it could be a depression trip.
But for every action, there's a reaction.
Very true. But
That goes back to what Terry asked. Why do men cheat? I could even go further and say, why do people cheat?
I mean, in all fairness,
why do animals cheat?
Just from a man's point of view, most niggas cheat just because they like pussy, nigga.
Correct.
The chick ain't even got to do shit wrong,
it's
nigga.
The thrill.
It's just some quality.
It's the thrill of the chase. What's that? How to be a player? It's the thrill of the chase.
Now, why do most women cheat? Most time women will cheat because they are lacking something in their relationship, which make them go seek it elsewhere. That's probably the reason most women will cheat. But your average nigga, he just wants some other yam. She ain't even gotta be fucking up. That nigga just wants some other yam, nigga. Like,
and she don't even gotta be bad either. She could just
this yam got marshmallows. You know what I'm saying? This yam got marshmallows.
You caught your man fucking the girl that's hit because he just wanted to hit and keep it moving. But you call him like, oh, he like ugly bitches. Like, damn. Nah,
it ain't even about that. Yeah.
Nah, he just caught me at the wrong time.
Like that, and that's just real. I'm just saying, like, most niggas will cheat just because niggas is some extra yam over there, and that yam had marshmallows on top of it. Like,
hey, yo,
I want to see what that tastes like.
That sounds crazy.
You know
Not gonna hold you. That sounded crazy. That was good.
So you ain't never seen niggas cook yam with marshmallows?
No, I'm saying it's a good thing. I'm like, Nah, yeah, you said that was good. We all said, oh.
So at home, you don't make your yam with marshmallows. She do though. I'm trying to see what that be like. And you ain't did shit wrong, your yams are delectable.
You put Jay, where the lady go?
The brown sugar.
Oh, she right here. She listening.
Hey, I want to ask her a question. Now, I wanna know her judgment on it, right? When it comes down to protection, do she think that she will be less? She'll have less stress if she had a woman helpmate.
Yeah.
Yes. Do I think I wouldn't mind a woman helpmate to be less stressed, but it does turn into sexual.
Yeah, see, that's what I told you. Like that's the
But
only thing that women
so
think
was
about.
the answer still yes though?
The answer is yes, but it's yes
Okay.
and no. It's yes because she knows she wants a helpmate and she needs a helpmate, right?
But she
But
eat
it will
pussy
be
then?
no because she's thinking about the sexual part of it. She
So
don't
let me
want
ask
nobody.
this, right?
I.e., women are selfish.
So I
They
will
don't
ask
want
that.
to share
I
their
will ask.
dude.
So let's ask
Like
her
I
this.
said, she don't eat pussy, man. That's the reason, bro.
But it don't have to. Again, it don't have to be sexual between her and the other woman. So I will
No,
ask.
not her and the
I
other woman.
know
She don't
what
want the
she's
other. She
saying.
don't want
She
her
don't want
man.
you smashing her. I
Yeah,
already
she don't
know.
want me.
I know where
Yeah.
that's going.
Yeah.
But what I'm asking is, how does that take away from the help that's being provided?
Good question.
Because it adds other stress into the house.
What stress?
Oh,
Because now you doing my man. So now I'm worried about
my
okay,
man.
just like
But
it
hold on,
was
come on, come on.
story
What's
on
the stress? Him fucking
He's
him
her
by
man.
yourself?
But he's her man too in that scenario.
that's not a situation I want.
No, we're not asking what you want. We're not asking what you want personally. We're
Right,
just speaking for the sake of the conversation.
For the sake of conversation,
That's her. He is now her man and he's your man.
Mm-hmm.
How does that take away from the help that's being provided to you?
It does not take away from the
So
help.
why are you worried about it?
Because she's selfish.
Exactly.
Is that what I've been saying from jump? Women
she gotta
are
say it, though.
selfish.
But she
They
gotta say
want
it.
their
But
cake and
we
eat it
need her to
too.
come out the mouth and say it, because maybe it'll resonate when she hears it saying out her own mouth.
Right.
It'll click differently.
No. So y'all wouldn't mind 2 men in a house with a lady if the 2 men are providing?
Yeah, y'all kill me when y'all ask that dumbass question. Niggas don't give a fuck about that shit. But I'm saying niggas don't care about that shit. You know why we don't? Because we hold down all.
It can't be 2 leaders in the house. It can't be 2 men. Oh,
why
boy.
not though? Why
That's
not?
that's that woman they want.
Oh, no, wait, Jake, hold on. Wait a minute. Hold on.
Can men have kids? Can men have
Hold on.
kids?
Wait a minute. Right.
Can we bear a child?
Let me answer this question. Let me answer this question. Please. Let me answer this question. So females always say that, right? So y'all think about the women and y'all go to the men. Would you accept 2 men in the house and you be the one with female?
Yes.
She lying like hell.
Lying like a motherfucker. Lying like a
That's
motherfucker.
the case you would have been set yourself up to do it.
She going off of what she thinks, but until that shit.
But what I'm saying is, every female say that, but if they would have, you would have been set your scenario up.
You would have been set that shit up. You would have been had 2 niggas in the household, bro.
But what you just say, y'all don't want 2 leaders in
Because
the
it ain't gonna be.
household.
Because it ain't. That's not.
But in that situation, but in that particular situation, it ain't about what we want, because there are men out here that will deal with that situation. They exist. They exist. So in that scenario, it ain't about what we want. It's about what you want. So if you are a woman yourself and you feel like you would do better with 2 men, you would have been set your situation up to be that.
Right. And they know they wouldn't. And that's the thing, because she knows.
How many kids she got?
She knows that men, what she just says, the things that she need help with, the things that women need help with, that's just not what men do. You understand what I'm saying? Or a lot more men than I. So for her having 2 men in the household, right? That's just on some selfish. That's on some selfish. That's just what I want type thing. That's not. I don't think she was saying that from a logical standpoint, bro.
Well,
that was
we know it wasn't logical.
Yeah, it wasn't logical. It was just
because them 2 niggas ain't gonna be running around the house.
That wasn't logical.
How many kids does she have?
How women are.
How many kids do you have?
It started happening.
Does she have kids?
Yes.
How many kids do you have?
One.
You have one, so that means you have one baby daddy.
Yes.
Okay, you know, you no longer with him, correct?
Right.
Okay, so then you might be seeing somebody, correct?
Yes.
You already living it.
How?
Do you co-parent with your baby father?
I do not.
At all?
At all.
Y'all have no dealings.
No dealings at all.
Well, that's not something to be proud about. But what I'm saying is,
I'm not proud about it. That's not the situation I wanted, but that's the situation I'm in. No dealings at all. I promise you, he walked me past me right now with no I don't know, like nothing. We have
That's
no
cool.
And you have a lot of women like that.
But that's cool though. But I'm still asking the question: if you were in a situation where you felt like you wanted two men, why haven't you set your life up to be that already?
Because in the other way, I know I'm jealous. I don't want.
It's the conflict.
What?
It's a conflict.
Wait a minute.
They don't really think. It's like I'm saying. Women are emotional creatures, so they just.
I know that, but I'm saying like
they don't really be thinking.
Let her say these things.
I want her to finish it.
You don't want to do what now?
I don't want to share my time with two different people.
So what was the point of you making the comment then?
Because I was asking y'all, can I flip it around to have two men?
But you don't. But what I'm saying is, I mean,
can I flip it around and have two men?
But listen, what I'm saying. Even with you asking that, listen. Even with you asking that question, you literally just said yourself, you don't want to do that.
I said for me, that's not
right. So what I'm saying is, what I'm saying is, right.
If I would have wanted to do that situation, I would have did that situation.
But what we're saying is,
that's not what I want.
Right. But what we're saying is, that's what men want. So you trying to flip the conversation does no good if that's not what you yourself want. It does no good for you try to flip the scenario to benefit you in the conversation, because at the end of the day, even if a nigga say he don't want that, he's still gonna turn around and say he want two women.
And that's why I will be single by myself, because I'm not dealing with that situation. If he wants two women,
and it's crazy that women, but it's crazy that women will be willing. But this is what I'm saying. It's crazy that women will really be willing to be by themselves and struggle versus living life to its fullest. Because I swear, as a child, listen, as a child, you were always taught to fucking share.
And raise. Hold on. And here go another one though that women they gonna touch on, right? We was raised in the community. You know, I remember that whole. It wasn't just me raising my child. It was I had a whole community raising my child. You know how they try to use,
come in your life, you don't want that village to exist.
You have a village, right? It takes a village to raise a child, right? Right. Hold on, whoa. See, women want to make their village. They want to make their village. They want, and that's why I say everybody does shit, right? To create their own narrative and to fit their own narrative. But when you break it down, like how when you break it down, and when they hear it, they be like, "Oh no, that's not it." But it is. That's it. If it takes a village to raise, think about what that's saying. It takes a village to raise a child, right? What is a village? What is a village? It's multiple people.
But
right?
see, their village to them is their mom,
right?
Auntie,
their mom. Yeah, it is.
Yeah, like
it is. Your mom, your dad. Yes, it is. That's your village.
I still have a village out there helping me right now. I still say it's a village raising my child.
Right.
Y'all.
But we can't have a.
I'm the one that turned into a sexual thing.
How do we turn it into a sexual thing?
We said nothing about sex this whole conversation.
We said nothing about sex the whole time.
You brought up sex.
You brought up sex.
Right.
We said help.
The men started to step out on their families and start having families all over the place. So then it broke. Y'all the one broke that.
But what I'm saying, in this conversation, we didn't bring up nothing about sex.
No, America broke that. No,
there you go.
America stripped us from that. And y'all allow it to happen with child support. If you want to get technical, hold up. Y'all allow the government to take away the true black culture, traditional way of living. Y'all allow that. Women allow that. Y'all take this welfare check. Y'all take the child support. Y'all take all that. You feel what I'm saying? Because y'all feel as though y'all can't get support somewhere else.
No.
Listen,
You can't tell all women. And then where did the fact of the man not supporting the child come in? Because in the same instance, you have men out here that do not even support the child, period. So what do you rely on when you're tired of struggling? You go to the system that has been set up to help you to raise that child. Correct?
Or you get you a new nigga and a sister wife. You ain't gotta fuck with that system.
Why we still gotta get a new? Why I can't get a new?
Listen,
you have options out here. You're choosing the system. You have other options out here. You just don't want to exercise it because your ass is selfish.
Y'all want y'all cake and eat it too.
Nigga, what's the point of fucking cake?
Why is it not a cake?
What's the point of having cake if you're not gonna eat it?
And to satisfy your needs.
So are we?
That's not what we. I think that's what you're missing our point. Yeah, women be missing the point because they only think sexual. And I think that's why it's going to always continue to be this debate because they always think sexual. They think that we want. Her whole point is right. Is she think that we want two women in the household just for sex? It started. Hold on. The question started about being a helpmate. I think Terry or Mike asked about a helpmate.
Getting help with all your everyday duties.
And she openly admitted that she would love to have a helpmate. But the reason why she wouldn't want to do it is because of the sexual part that could possibly happen between the man and the other woman.
It sounds like all about sex behavior to me.
It's all about sex, and that's the fucked up part about it. And that's why women can't. That's why we can't evolve over in America. Is because women are stuck in that mentality. They only thinking about sex, bro. They fuck the help. They're like, well,
let me ask you this question.
If I gotta have another woman in the household, fuck the help. I don't want the help. I just want. I don't want nobody.
Rather struggle.
It's all about sleeping with somebody, bro. It's like sex is like the ultimate thing. It's like sex. It's crazy how women think about this shit.
Let me ask you this question, right? Do she know what European lifestyle means?
She living it.
She said no.
She don't know what the European lifestyle is.
Yes, she's living it, but she don't know it. No, right.
But she said she chose the system.
So I want her before we.
What do you do when you're
listen?
And the
you chose the system. That's what you're saying. You're choosing. The question that you asked is, what do you do when you're struggling and the man or the child's father don't want to help? Right.
And I gave you a scenario.
He gave you another option. He said, "Oh, you can go and get another man and a sister wife." Wait. Listen, because that's one thing about y'all. Y'all don't want to listen. It's like y'all so defensive. Y'all don't want to listen. But if you listen, you'll understand that we're making sense. You just don't want to admit it because it doesn't align with what you believe. That's okay. It's okay to agree to disagree. You know what I mean? You ain't got to agree with it, but just listen to what he's saying. You chose to go to the system. You could have did any other thing. You could have got a man and a wife. You could have did any other thing, but you chose to let the government fuck you in the ass. You chose that. You know what I'm saying? So
you had other options.
Let me ask her a question.
Plenty of other options. But
let me
you
ask her a question.
That.
Let me ask her a question. Can she hear me?
That's one that is. But that's an option. We just gave you an option. It's plenty other options. You can go get it. You can go get another woman and just be a fucking a sister wife. You could be gay. You could go have two men if you want it. Like you said,
you have
other different options. You can go and get 2 or 3 jobs if you wanted to do that. But you're not. You chose to let the government be your man. You chose that. You know what I'm saying? Because the first man that you chose, it didn't work out for you. You know what I'm saying? The first man you chose, the second man you chose, or whoever, didn't work out for you. But, you know what I'm saying? The government, because the government says, hey, I'm going to give you a little subsidiary. I'm going to give you a little bit, whatever. Oh, that you chose that. That's still your decision. You did that.
Hey, Jay, let me
Don't blame the other man. You made that decision.
Let me ask her this, right? So when it comes down to the help, you know what I'm saying, from a woman, right? And she did say that she wouldn't mind another woman as a helpmate.
Right.
So
But just to help mate.
just to help me, right?
Yeah,
So
yeah. She don't want the sex involved.
why don't you hire a maid?
Can't afford it.
Yeah, she said that part.
Can't afford it.
Can't afford
But
it. Okay.
if you
So,
share your
what
nigga,
about
you
this,
have a
right?
live-in maid now. Simple mathematics.
What about this? So you name
simple fucking mathematics, bro?
Name 4 things that a good like you're obviously in search of a good man, right? So do you think that good mans exist?
Yes.
What's the percentage? What's the percentage?
Real low.
Real low, right? Okay. So if the percentage is real low, listen. Now I want you to listen to me, please. Just listen to me, because I'm going somewhere with it. If the percentage of good men is real low, and we also introduced the LGBTQABC community.
What niggas?
Right?
Oh yeah,
you know what I'm talking about.
Yeah. The alphabet community. I got you.
Oh, the alphabet. Okay, I got you. Yeah.
So that just dinged the men. You feel what I'm saying? That dinged the men more, right? And then you got asshole man, the niggerish man, the hood man, this man, that man, and you kind of your type of man that you're looking for is in a certain box.
Shrinking. Yeah.
Right? It's in a certain box. So if it's already one man for 10 women, do you think it's time to share?
No.
Okay, I'm glad you said that. So she said no. So I will now ask you this. Why do you deserve that man to yourself?
Why not? Like,
good question.
Because you already said it's a very small percentage of these men that exist. So by it being a very small percentage, it's a gang of women fishing for this same man. Why do you?
And that's why a lot of my friends at my age of 40 are still single and not gonna have kids.
But I'm asking you. Why do you deserve this man to yourself? What is it about you that want to make this man pick you and you alone?
Because I bring a lot to the table. Me personally.
Which is what?
I'm already established with my house. I have 2 cars out there.
Men don't care about that.
What?
Because the man that you're talking about, 9 times out of 10, he has all of these things already. So you having your own house, you having 2 cars, means nothing to him.
These men, a lot of these men now,
the men that you,
what I'm saying, the men that you want.
Let's be specific and stick to because you talking about all of these men that are not for you. We talking about the man that you want. The man that, let's say the man that you want, right? He got all the shit that you got. He got his own crib. He got his own cars. He got his own money.
Because this are the men that you want.
Man, what make you want that? What say outside?
What about you is going to make that man choose you and you alone? Don't bring up nothing material because, granted, the man that you want, he has all these material things that you're speaking of. So what is it about you that's going to make him choose you and you alone?
She thinking, y'all.
Other than my personality, and that we can, and my knowledge of us to grow together, like I'm not for sure. But that
sound like you gonna be sharing that nigga if you ask me.
It's not like I'm gonna be single. Because I'm not.
But see, that's what I'm saying.
And
but
I
see,
think
that's
women,
what,
I think women have got to that point where they'll rather be single. They'll rather be single and struggle than to do
this is where that boats get. This is where that subject get iffy. Because, like I said, women want these caliber of men, but then you also have to realize that caliber of men have to want you.
That's not true because they do exist. They do. That caliber of man do exist. It do exist.
He just don't exist in your dating pool.
Bam. And that's right, Southside. They might just don't exist in her.
Looking at all your friends houses, they have cars, they have money, they have business, they take care of like everybody around you. Like think about all the men that you run into. Because y'all just talk about all these men. Some men gay, some men gangsters, like
right. It's 10-1. It's 10. It's for every man. It's 10 women. I mean 10 women to that one man.
I'm not talking about the ratio of men. I'm talking about the people that's around him. All those people around him meet those calibers.
No.
What does that have to do with the conversation that we're speaking on right now, though?
So you telling me that I can find this caliber of man, but you telling me that all your friends around you don't have that type of caliber, right?
But we're not talking.
But we kind of already acknowledged that though. But what we're saying,
is, but what I'm saying is the actual caliber of man. But the actual caliber of man,
if you want to be with somebody,
you are speaking of.
Have to settle with something, and then
if you want to be with somebody
that not up to the standard, and then you want me to share with that person too? I'm settling and sharing.
But what I'm saying is, listen to what I'm saying. The actual caliber of men for which you personally are speaking of. A nigga that's financially stable, a nigga that's emotionally intelligent, a nigga that handles his business, like all the things that you as a woman want within a man. It's a very small percentage of those men that exist. So again, if every woman is fishing for the same exact man,
what
makes y'all think y'all not gonna have to share that nigga? All y'all are literally fishing for the same nigga.
I gotta share them.
Again, all y'all are fishing for the same dude.
And women ain't gonna want to hear this shit.
I understand that. I understand you saying we all fishing for the same shit. But why do I have to share? Because it's a small amount of it.
Right. So what makes you more deserving of that man to yourself than other women? What makes you more deserving of it?
Like what qualities? Yeah, like
I understand what he's like. I'm trying to answer the question because I mean technically he's right. Like me and her could be of the same quality. Maybe our personalities differently, or how we handle situations differently, or our emotional state might be differently. Like we might not be too far off from each other. Me and the next woman, or like even if I was talking about my friend, we might be talking about the same thing, thinking about the same thing. Like we're probably not that far off from each other. Probably about a little attitude, maybe a little emotional attitude. So we're probably not that far from each other. But why do we have to share men? If I met him first and we match, like why do I have to share him with her? Like I just don't understand why. Just because
you have still
and he can get what he wants to have two women.
But you still have yet to answer the question.
I understand your point. I understand her point.
But what makes you
probably about the same?
No. What makes you more deserving of this man than her? Why do you deserve this man over her?
I didn't say I deserve this man over her because
this is what I'm asking you.
Similar to each other, but why does that have to mean that I don't deserve one partner and I have to share him with another partner?
Because so listen, now I'm finna tell you. Now I'm finna tell you why. Because the black community is broken. So in order to restore the community, we have to band together. So therefore, if it's a very small percentage of good men that are willing to lead and do all of these things, why do you as a woman want to take that man away from everybody else to yourself?
Because I don't feel like that's the way that we're going to band together to build back the community.
So how are we going to do that then?
You just like you said, those good men that y'all talking about, then why can't those good men take over where the other men are coming up short? Or because
that means he's going to have to deal with multiple women to do that.
Whoa.
I got confused.
He's going to have to deal with multiple women
that are still out there. Like we have all these men places that help raise other boys. Like why we can't start raising boys to be good men and build a community like that? Like just like I said, like
let me take
why
this.
we can't go that route? Why is the only way we gonna build a broken community is having 2 women and a man in a house.
That's not the only way.
Let me take this.
That's not the only way.
Jay, let me take this. Let me take this.
That's one thing that he's pushing, but that's not the only.
Jay, Jay. Tell her to come back. Tell her to come back. Hey, can you hear me right quick?
Yeah.
Yeah, she getting a little heated over here, y'all. Lord,
good. I like it.
One of these days, but she getting a little heated over here.
I want to ask her this.
They don't like this conversation.
Look, I want to ask her this. So you saying that your man, your husband, your good man, goes to these boy homes, he developed a boys' home, he running the boys' home, and raising these boys, right? You in knowledge of that, right?
Yes.
That's what your man do on a daily basis, right?
Yeah, sure.
Okay. Now, do these boys have mothers?
It depends on some people do it, some people don't.
No, it's a yes or no.
Okay. Let's say they have mothers. Okay.
They have mothers, right? So little that you know is that man of yours is giving his love and time to those mothers. He's caring for them.
To the children that she raised. Y'all, that's what y'all start doing. Y'all start giving to that mother to help out. But I'm only talking about the children, you raising the children, helping out in that manner to raise that man to be a boy. I'm not talking about you giving that love to me, because it still comes back to a village that we're all helping out. Because even in my neighborhood, when these boys come over to my house, I feed them, I give them snacks, I do everything because it's a village. I do homework with them and everything because I'm helping to raise. That's what I mean when we say village helping the children. Because I'm not just using my talents at work. I'm using it in the thing. I'm feeding them. I'm giving them snacks. I'm taking them places, giving them new experiences. That's what you mean when you say the village is raising up the child. I didn't ask them for nothing. I'm doing my duty as a single mom of raising people around me because I'm giving them new experiences.
I'm not hearing herself.
But I'm not giving no love to no daddy down the street, even if he's single with a child. I'm just helping that child out to get them experiences, to get their new knowledge that they don't have or might not be getting at the house. That's the village helping out. That's not the village helping out. You went from the man helping the little boy to now the man helping the mama.
But that is helping the mother, though. If he's helping that child, he's helping the mother. Back that up. She just said that she's feeding the kids.
When y'all started going left.
She said he's not physically helping the mother.
Helping that child.
Yeah, we ain't said nothing about physical. You keep bringing up physical shit. All we said is at the end of the day, we have yet to say anything about physical anything.
What you mean?
We have yet to say anything physical.
If you are helping a child, like I help children all day in my class.
Like if we have a guy come in, if we have a mentor, what they call mentors, right. So what you're saying is, men who come in, right, who come into a situation to help a child, a fatherless child, how is that not helping the mother?
So you saying
how is that not helping the mother?
Okay, so
if I'm stepping in as a mentor, right, helping to help, because a mentor helps raise, right, helps the child to learn and all of these things, right? That's help them to be a better, something that the father should have done or should be doing, right? How is that not helping the woman? We ain't talking about. Please get off that. Please get off the please get off the physical shit.
No. I'm going back to. I'm a mentor every day.
Okay.
To 25 kids in this classroom.
Right.
I don't know. White boo-boos, help them work out.
But how is that not? But how is that not help? What the question is? How is if a man? You're helping because you're a teacher and you teaching 25 students. You're helping 25 mothers. You're helping 25 fathers. So again, don't take that away from the man. And when the man comes in and do that and say, "Oh, the man ain't helping," or the man ain't.
I'm not saying the man not helping. Where he went the other way is, I'm directly dealing with these students. I don't see those parents. I don't see those parents at all. No parent conference sometimes, no nothing. But I am directly mentoring these students.
But that's still indirectly helping the mother. Listen.
I
Because the mother is not teaching that child. The mother is not teaching the child ABCs and 1, 2, 3.
Because she's stuck on
You
sex.
Huh? Y'all know I'm getting
No,
y'all
because
know I love this type of
he
shit.
was asking the question, but I'm like, even if you like, you're still, if you have that man coming in those scenarios, and he's now pouring himself into someone else's
He's
child,
helping the mother.
you are sharing your man.
Yeah, I think we should be specific, because I think when they think of sharing,
They think
again,
about fucking
they
sex.
think about fucking. That's exactly what it is.
So
Exactly what it is,
goes
bro.
to show
They
how
can't see
small-minded.
past. They can't
That
see
goes to
past
show
when they
how
think about helping, bro.
small-minded
She
they
openly said it when they think about sex. That's all they can think about,
they
bro.
go to
So when
show
we
how
coming from a logical,
small-minded they are.
yeah, when we come from a logical standpoint and say, hold on, we just talking about help. We ain't talking about sexual now, because a lot of a lot of polygamous relationships, even and a lot of polygamists will say the same thing. It's not about sex.
It's not.
It's about raising the family.
The
It's
build-up.
about the but
Building.
women want to turn this into sex. It's always about, and that's why I started off and said women are selfish. They want their cake and eat it too, and that's why the European modern woman will never accept that type of shit, because they're programmed. Because the only thing they're thinking about is sex.
Okay, so polygamy, when y'all in a polygamous house, the man doesn't end up having sex with.
We didn't say he don't end up. We didn't say that.
Again.
But why is that the do all say all though? But why is that? Oh, I'm sorry. Why is that the do all say all? That's what I'm saying. Why is that the do all say all? That's not the do all say. This is what ends up being. Hold on, let me tell you what ends up being in
You
the
skipping
polygamous
over the
household.
help that he gives with the
Yeah,
same child.
you know what I'm saying.
That's in home.
I gotta step in and say this, because it's a one-track mind. The only thing you're thinking about is sex. You're not thinking about the help that you're getting. You're not thinking about the help that you're getting with the rent being paid and the mortgage getting paid and the house being cleaned and all. You're not thinking about none of that type of shit. The only thing that you're thinking about is that man and fucking the other woman. That's it. So it's like that crosses out all the extra help that you need. You would rather struggle. Basically, what they're saying is they would rather struggle.
Right.
They would rather struggle and live in poverty and
Right.
live check to check than to be in a better situation with another woman or another man for that.
Right.
Stress that. Stress that. Let me say that,
That's
Jay.
crazy thinking.
Can
Because
she
the
hear
only
me?
thing they're
Dumb as
thinking about
hell.
is sex, and that's fucked up.
Dumb as
Facts.
hell.
Can she hear me?
Dumb as
I'm gonna
shit.
say this. I'm gonna say this, and I want her to hear me, please. You are a woman. You date a man, right? You have a kid. Your kid goes to school. Now you are a teacher. You say you change diapers, correct?
No, not change diapers. No,
What does
see,
she
say
do?
change diapers.
She means like far as
What does
she
she
just
do?
like feed the kids if they hungry.
Yeah, she's like,
feed
yeah, you know, like the
things of that
community,
nature.
mom. You know
Like,
what I'm
well,
saying?
yeah, like she's like a community mom base. Whatever the kids
Okay,
lack, she try to provide.
So
Yeah.
she feeds a child.
Mhm.
Feeds a child, right?
Yeah.
Okay. In reality, you feeding another man's kid. No matter how you look at it, you're still taking care of somebody else's child. You're sharing your time. So when they drop a kid off to you, you're now responsible
I get what
for
you're saying.
this child. So when we speak about a polygamy situation, all we're speaking about is community. That's all we're talking about. So if y'all don't have to work anymore, y'all don't have to go into these buildings or KFCs or whatever, you feel what I'm saying, to be wealthy in a sense.
Right.
Polygamy builds that. It already got your fruits and vegetables. It already got your food and your fish and you know what I'm saying. We got our lambs and whatever like that, because you got the mans in the village of families that's providing all these things. All y'all have to do is do what y'all do as women. You're doing it today as modern. What is it called?
Modern day women or modern. Yeah, I get what
Modern
you're trying
day
to say.
slavery. Modern day
Modern day
slavery.
slavery.
You're working for the mans. You're working for the mans. So when you take your precious time to take care of another child, you're still doing it in a polygamous situation. And I don't understand why females don't understand that.
Because they only identify polygamy with sex. I done solved the case on that one. They look at polygamy as sex, bro. That's the only most people who don't want the polygamy shit, or who got something against it, they ask them. The number one thing, bro, is not about all the right things that we're saying. It's just about sex. And until we tackle that and attack that and try to figure out why is sex so big and so why? Like, why is it so, like, you know what I'm saying? It's sex. Like, I don't want you having sex with that person. I don't want it. Like, damn, bro. Like, so the sex is more important than the help that you need? The sex is more important than your house might be foreclosed on, and might possibly have to live under a bridge or some shit. The sex is more important than that?
Nigga, you gonna be under there.
Who I'm fucking and who I'm not fucking?
You are gonna be under that bridge with her, fucking her, nigga.
Say what's that again?
Your ass is gonna be under that bridge with her,
fucking her, right? And then who gonna want to be fucking up under a bridge? You know what I'm saying? Like, who want to do that shit?
Hey man, listen.
Before we close, ask her, has she ever saw a woman that need love?
She ain't gonna get it from her, nigga. She ain't gonna get it from her, nigga.
Yes.
Yeah, her friends ain't gonna. Yeah, her friends ain't gonna.
They all need love, nigga. That's the point. They all need love, but they're not willing to get the love from where it actually needs to come from.
Or they're not willing to share.
She literally just said, nigga, well, I would just stay by my fucking self and be miserable.
Yep.
Versus getting the love that she deserves because she worried about
him having sex with somebody else.
That's it, bro.
That's crazy, bro. It all boils down to sex.
She's missing out on so much.
It all boils down to sex. That shit is crazy.
Like, she's literally missing out on so much life because of sex. And that shit is crazy.
Intimacy for like 10, 15 minutes, bro. 10, 15 minutes of your life.
Shit, nigga, the average sex session lasts 6 minutes, nigga.
Right, the average sex session lasts 6. So 6 minutes of your life is more important.
If a nigga going 15, he'll stop.
About it like that.
The average session lasts 6 minutes.
And that's all. And they care about that. What's that? Oh, yeah, and they care about that 6 minutes, bro. That 6 minutes.
That 6 minutes is
worth more than gold itself, bro. So now what? Okay, she said we think it's not now. She's trying to turn it on us. Said we thinking about the 6 minutes, but she's thinking about everything that comes afterwards. So what comes after? If we all in an agreement, if because when I see polygamy, when I see the Neo situation, y'all brought up the Neo situation. Everybody seems happy in that situation. So what problems are arising in that situation?
First of all, y'all talking about Neo.
Well, I'm just giving an example. We're just giving an example because that's somebody that we openly know.
Wait a minute. Hold up. Wait a minute. No. I ain't gonna let that slide. Because I'm a Neo, nigga. I'm a Neo. You feel what I'm saying? I ain't gotta have the millions, but I'm a Neo.
But see, that right there, the fact that you just said you don't have to have the millions, her mind automatically registered. Since he got money,
that's what she said. But he got money. So it's okay for niggas to have multiple wives.
So again, I literally said it before.
So then why did you say that then?
As long as the nigga got money, he can do what he want to do, basically.
But why did you say that? Why did you say that's Neo with the money?
Y'all been talking about this new woman. A lot of the new women want money. Forget that. You take care of my hair, nails, and then if I do end up with a child with you, I'm just gonna take you to court, and then the court gonna give me millions for having your child.
Not true. Not all. I mean, all of them. Usher ain't giving away millions. Usher got custody of his kids. I'm just saying.
I mean, okay,
no, I'm just saying. I'm just saying. It's a lot of. I understand where you're coming from, but you know what I mean. That's not always the case.
If I'm out with Neo, I know you're gonna take care of me. If I bust
so if you had a nigga that can take care of you all the way, then it'll be okay for me and being in my. It'll be okay for you to be in my what is it? Thank you. A polygamous relationship?
No, I'm still not for that.
Okay.
So what was the point of saying that then?
Right. So what was the point of saying that?
Huh? I'm saying,
it's true. You said that's Neo. What does that mean?
What you just saying?
You said that's Neo. What does that mean? Because you brought up Neo.
Because all the girls are out there happy. Like
Right.
y'all not seeing the attitudes or whatever they might have in the background. And this new woman really just wants to be taken care of. She don't necessarily have to have a kid. She want to be taken care of, flued out here, there, and everywhere.
She just want to be taken care of.
She just want to be taken care of.
So the woman, so the average woman who wants to be taken care of, because I assume you want to just be taken care of, right?
But she want to take care of. Like,
hey, I'm sorry to call it this.
So I will ask the question. So I will ask this question. So I will ask this question.
I don't know what's going on, bro.
So
You're
you're
like, I don't know what's going on.
So you're telling me that your average man that works a regular job is not in a position to have multiple women, is what you're saying, correct?
if he wants a new woman, no.
Now to ask you about new woman, just that's a yes or no question.
That's what y'all been talking about. A lot of y'all videos.
No, I'm asking from a yes. I'm
I
just
don't even
asking
know what a
yes
new woman is. To be honest with you,
I'm just asking
what's
a
the
yes
new women
or
and the old woman.
Fuck the new woman. Fuck the old woman.
I don't even know what that shit means.
Man, listen,
Yeah,
fuck all that. This is a yes or no question.
Taking her out to the birthday, and she wanted her man to pay for all her friends and
Yeah, she sound dumb as hell.
She said that's the new. Oh, you mean new age woman? New age woman.
All right, but again, fuck her. We not you personally. We saying the chick you talk about. But what I'm asking is, so are you saying that your average guy that works a 9 to 5 can't have multiple women? Is what you're saying?
Probably not.
Why?
We said why at the same time.
Because he's
Why?
not making enough money to.
Now, okay, I'm glad. Okay, I'm glad you. So I'm glad you went there. No. Come on. So come on. I'm glad you went there.
I'm glad you
because
said that.
The point of the polygamy situation is for us to make money. That's literally the whole point.
That's the whole point.
That's literally the whole.
Bro.
It ain't for me to have money
they
to take care of
you. It's financial. You ask any
It's literally for us to take care of each other.
It's community. What you mean it ends up happening?
So what ends up happening is you have two women in there. Then y'all could be all making money. Y'all could be working together in the beginning, just doing it.
Okay.
All right. Let's say one of us gets pregnant. It was just on the radio the other day. Not the first woman, the second woman ended up getting pregnant in their polygamous
relationship, right?
And so the man ended up telling the first woman that she needed to start working to benefit both of them. I mean, the new woman,
right,
and her
because the one who's pregnant can't work. Right. Because she's pregnant. Right. So part of the sister wife's job is now to probably get a job to help out. That's part of the fucking community, and that's part
that's of literally the point.
That's
to
the
hold
point
each other up.
That's the point that we're making. But I'm just continue. I'm curious to see because continue.
And it ended up changing because
what did it change?
Because the first woman, the first wife, the original wife, wanted to be the first one to think. That's when you started.
She wanted to be the first one to what?
To get pregnant. So it started creating.
But because her biological her body couldn't create the baby first, that caused the problem. But that's not a polygamous thing though. That's a her thing. So he ain't even that's a you thing. So let me explain. Let me say something to this, right? So even if they're not in a polygamous relationship, right? Let's say you're not in a polygamous relationship, but you can't have a goddamn kid. Right? The man want a kid, but you can't have a kid. You know, so yes, y'all trying to do all of these things, and the man just so happen to go out and have sex with another woman because he ultimately wants a kid, and you can't produce that for him. He's wrong for that, huh? Because he stepped out on you because you could produce him a kid. Because that's what you're saying in reference to the first woman or the first wife right?
It's supposed to be him and her to them to the part. You know, all my bodily functions, and if I can't have a children, yes, that does hurt the man. So y'all started going and
Jay,
so what you're saying in that situation, the man has to sacrifice his legacy.
Man got to sacrifice that. That's what she's saying on the basis of her and love or whatever it's supposed to be or whatever. He got to sacrifice his legacy because she can't. Yeah, that's
not real selfish to me.
So look, I want to answer this. Miss Lady.
That's how they live their life.
Okay.
Miss Lady, can you? I want to ask you this. Do you believe in the Bible?
Yes.
Oh Lord, why you say that?
Why you say that?
Oh my God!
Went into that rabbit hole.
You believe in the Bible? Oh my God! So
she went into that rabbit hole. Don't even know.
you do know that the Old Testament is law, and the New Testament is faith based. Old Testament is law. You do know that, right?
You know she don't want to hear this because she know where it's going.
You know where it's going.
She know where it's going.
Okay.
That's why
It
she don't want to hear
counteract
it.
everything that she's saying.
God is God, not Jesus. God is the one that gave one of the husbands a concubine to bear child because another one could not. Are you aware
God
of
did
that?
that. God did. He said, "Are you aware of that?"
No.
She said, "No."
Most people not. It's in the scripture.
How convenient.
How convenient that they don't know that. How convenient. So if God did it, you know what I'm saying? But that's what I'm saying. I think women want to be the new God, bro.
Do she
And
know
that's
It
a
goes
men?
good.
back to what I was
And
saying
on that
earlier.
note, we're going to say
Women want to rule the world. That's why it ain't finna be no woman president. That's why it ain't finna be no woman leader like that. Because
on
women
that
are
note,
emotional and they
we're going
crazy.
to say good.
Women are emotional and they crazy.
Right.
I'm saying it. I'm saying it, bro. Women will never look, mark my words. There will never, ever, ever, ever be a woman president. Ever in this
Well, we gotta get
in
up
this
out of here.
lifetime.
But I want to tell her this.
They're not
Did she
conditioned to
know?
lead. A woman is not conditioned to lead.
Listen,
Because she ain't
can
conditioned to
she
lead. It
hear
ain't
me?
about no voting.
We about
Y'all
to
ain't gonna lead.
we
A
about to
woman can't
we about to
fight.
get up out of
A
here. Hold
woman
on.
can't do half the shit that men can do. I would
Look,
not
Jay,
want
Jay.
to. I would, man. If a woman, let me say something. If a woman became the leader of this world, bro, I'm a leader of this America. I'm leaving. What can a woman can't protect me? The fuck? A woman cannot protect me,
Jay,
bro.
let me ask her
You know
this.
what
Let
I'm
me
saying?
ask her
Y'all
this.
niggas is hell,
Hey,
bro. I swear to God.
hey,
Yeah, man, women crazy,
out of
man.
here,
They delusion. I mean, they're delusional, bro. Women are delusional now.
Jay, let me ask her this right quick before we get up out of here. Did you know that the Old Testament of the Bible actually preaches polygamy, and the New Testament that you live today is actually based off the European lifestyle, which when Jesus Christ came and introduced monogamy situation?
Mm.
Did you know that?
No.
No, she didn't know that. Yeah, the Bibles have been
Okay.
changed. The Bible
How
isn't the true
convenient.
source of God.
I will catch y'all
That's not the
later.
true word of God, bro. The Bible has been remixed and produced.
Talking about here.
Do even people even know who wrote the Bible? That's a whole nother situation, bro. But
Yeah, we gonna dive into that. Let's talk
yeah,
facts.
bro. That's why people be
Tuesday,
putting all their faith in this Bible,
7:30
bro. And I'm like,
next
y'all are
week.
so misled. God, I can see how
Yeah.
the world is the way that it is, bro.
Well, we about to get up out of here. It's going on 3 hours. This clip about to be crazy. But
Yeah.
yeah, tell her to read her Bible more. If she wants some scriptures, I'll send it to her. But anyway, best to everybody. You know what I'm
She
saying?
laughing at your ass.
Salute to the mic. You know what I'm saying? Salute to Jay. Y'all have a safe one, man.
Hey,
Yes, sir.
appreciate it. Yes, sir.
All right.